Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Rainbow Roll. Woo! We are having a charity stream tonight with these amazing players. Oh my God. I am Candace Magnificent, your host, coming at you from Todd Moonbounce's channel. Big up to Todd for being an awesome ally and allowing us to take over like this. We are really excited. To celebrate Pride, we are raising some money for the Trevor Project. Please feel free, check out the details down below in the chat box. You'll see that there's different tiers that you can donate to if you would like to affect the game. For $10 or $25, you can do Advantage or Reroll. For $50, you can do a Thirsty Haiku, all of which were written by at Full Rubber Ducky, David Lee. Thank you so much for those amazing poems. And for $75, someone might do maybe a monologue, a player of your choice. And then for $100, we can level up, which means that we get cooler powers, more of them, and more opportunities to just kind of go wild at this table. Please, let's go around and introduce everybody. You already know me. Don't worry about that. Let's please start with Katie and I think end with April.
I don't know why I always wind up having to go first and then I get super nervous. Hi everybody, I'm Kate. I go by Katiesaurus on all the social medias. I am a ADHD neurodivergent TTRPG educator and advocate. And tonight I am going to be playing Umbra, the scoundrel. I haven't picked, I'm gonna panic pick the voice later, so just roll with it for now.
Fantastic. B.
I don't think there's any other way to pick a voice except right when you have to start talking as your character. So, hey y'all, be Zelda, they, them pronouns. I'm a TTRPG podcaster, Twitch streamer, and community manager for D&D Adventures League. But today I'm joining you as the ensemble, and their name is Vu, which I pulled from the polite form of address in French when you're talking to one person or many.
That's beautiful. I love that so much. Teehee, Piper, what about you?
Hi everyone, I'm Piper. I'm mostly just a GM, and I occasionally stream, but mostly on other people's platforms and such. I use they, he pronouns, and my socials are, you can follow me on Twitter, at Maddie Matihi, and tonight I am going to be playing Rain using they, them pronouns, and I am going to be playing the Trickster tonight.
So exciting. Again, Candace, whatever. I'm playing the Spooky Witch. My character's name is Desiree Blink Marita, and she uses she, they pronouns. Rolling right out of the gate, $10 from Full Rubber Ducky. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate it. We will add that to our pool. Last but not least, the one, the only creator and author of Thirsty Sword Lesbians, a Nebula Award-winning revolutionary TTRPG, April Kit Walsh. Thank you so much for joining us. Oh my God.
That's my introduction, right there. I've reached that level where I don't have to introduce myself. I just get the full introduction. Oh, hey, I'm April, she, her, gay, gam pronouns. I will be your game master for the evening. And the prompt of today's game is Superhero Pride. So look forward to that. Candace, is it time to introduce the characters in some more detail?
Absolutely, let's do it.
Great. So from the prompt of Superhero Pride, we have envisioned a city where the superhero and supervillain fights are sort of an open secret, that those are staged. Those are sort of a corporate spectacle. And we've got some real heroes here, some thirsty sword lesbi heroes who are doing what they can for their communities, rather than sort of putting on costumes, flying around, punching each other. So I'd love to hear from each of you sort of names, pronouns of characters, your playbook, and what you do in your community with your powers. So I guess what are your powers as well, and what do you do with them, or in your non-powered capacity. So let's go in the same order. And
I was sitting here like, please don't make me go first. Please don't make me go first. Okay, well, so would you like me to describe my character's appearance as well, or just?
Yes, please do. Tell us about your sword, about your demeanor, about your attire. Yeah.
Well, we open on Umbra, who is standing somewhere doing something, but as you look, at her. She uses she, her pronouns. Umbra is maybe wearing a dress, or maybe wearing armor, or maybe wearing a tuxedo. No, wait, she's wearing scuba gear? Wait, no, she's wearing scale. Wait, okay, all right, this is strange. Because Umbra's power is chaos manipulation. And so Umbra has the power to manipulate probability and to change and manipulate matter, as well as time. However, Umbra's sort of training and background is that consent is, of course, mandatory. And so she has these phenomenal, worldly powers, itty bitty living space. And so she often struggles with that because she can do everything. But so she puts a lot of time and a lot of energy and a lot of spice on her appearance. And that goes for her sword as well. No one has ever accurately described Umbra's sword, because as it swings, as it moves, as it glitters in the light, it changes. It's a rapier, it's a dagger, it's made of fire, it's made of lightning, it's made of snow. We don't know, but Umbra does, but she'll never tell. That's all I got.
That was
so
incredible.
Fantastic.
Smitten.
Right? Damn, I didn't think we were supposed to start off smitten.
I can. Yeah. Speaking of manipulating probabilities, there is a little donation mini game with rewards where if you donate, you can give characters rerolls and so on. So don't forget to do that as we get rolling. I will ratchet up the pressure so that our heroes may need your help. But next.
All right. So I am playing Vu. They are the ensemble. Now, I have spent a lot of time truly considering, like, how. I love plural pronouns. We speak as one, even though we are two, but we are able to communicate like this. However, there are times when we disagree. And when we disagree, we must speak as somebody else. There is not much of a difference between us, but we recognize the differences. But we mostly agree, so there is no issues. And when you look at the ensemble, I think they are like a curvy, oh gosh, dark-skinned. They wear a lot of like black and lace, except for their makeup. Everything is, there's like a duality in colors. A lot of black and white, long fingernails. You've never seen their sword because it gets pulled out of their heart in very specific moments. So I mean, some of the allies I'm sure have seen it. But Vu is a little intimidating and not often easy to communicate with, but for the most part, they have the city's interest in hearts, so they are willing to do what it takes, but they are just a little conflicted when it's two heads inside of one.
Yay.
Incredible.
And so I am playing Rain using they them pronouns, the Trickster playbook. Rain's garments, they wear a black suit perfectly fitted on their body, black tie, and their head normally almost kind of looks like it's kind of like a chain chomp almost, just this very wide mouth with these very sharp teeth. That they communicate out of, occasionally just opening their mouth and vocals coming out. Their power is shape-shifting. They are able to turn into, and what they use their powers mainly for, is to appear as different people's loved ones with their consent. That way, especially if people kind of need to get out any sort of they just need to have their voice heard by someone that they care about that's either, no longer with them or someone that they're arguing with. They can speak with Rain. They can kind of sit down and talk to them almost like a therapy session and just say what they need to say and hear the words that they need to hear from that person. Rain spends a lot of their time as other people. They do not usually take on the form of themselves. Even their compatriots have not seen them as their true self They are very scared about coming out as their true self, so they have almost this very aggressive form that they normally take on, so more people stay away than anything. Very aloof, very joking, and they do not like to get emotionally close to people.
So good. My character, Desiree Marita, also known as Blink. Desiree is a more vigilante-ish kind of hero. I have powers. I can teleport, and I can create illusion magic. I'm a spooky witch, so I have like witch powers, and then I got like the edge of a little superhero thing. I'm a bomber. I love doing murals and stuff. I'm a graffiti artist. When I was younger, I used to kind of like kick around on a skateboard all the time and just generally be shitty. And I've kind of like built up a name and made a name for myself over time now that I've like grown up and I've tried to become a pillar of the community. But I'm definitely not, I'm often conflicted with what the right thing is exactly. And my sword is, so I can actually transform my sword whenever I like I have a specific like shade of black that I love to use in my spray paints. And when I shake it 3 times, it turns into my sword. And it's like this like beam of kind of like, it almost looks like the Darksaber from Star Wars, except it's composed of like paint particles.
Can you also paint with it? Like if you do
Yes.
a flourish at a wall, then graffiti from your sword?
Totally.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Love that.
Oh, and thank you so much to Kay Dampier and for Gridiron's mom for the donations. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. That is some more rerolls and stuff. So Todd, if you can update us on how many we have so that everyone's on the same page. Ooh, 1075 overall, coming out strong. Can we get to $2,000 tonight? If we can get to or exceed $2,000 tonight, that would just like warm the deepest cockles of my heart. So please.
Great. So we've got an amazing cast, and let's forge some connections among all of you. So in Thirsty Sword Lesbians, there are these starting relationship prompts that each playbook comes with. So I am going to monologue about that for just a second while people pull them up, and they're specific to your playbook. So anyone who has got them in front of you and is ready to propose a relationship, if it sounds good to the person that you're suggesting it to, it will become canon. And then, so we're going to take turns establishing sort of the history of the protagonists, and then jump into the narrative. So does anyone have a relationship with another PC that they would like to propose now?
I would like to propose. It's hard because I feel like everybody's kind of weird, so the spooky witch is going to have a difficult time being misunderstood by this group.
Oh, isn't that beautiful though?
Yeah. I think my touchstone for what normal is probably Umbra. Like I live in this constant state of like chaos myself. Like I'm always like teleporting and running from cops and avoiding people spying on me while I'm painting. So if you're into that.
I was gonna suggest that as well, because I forgot to say, because I panicked. Umbra's job is she runs the local casino.
Ooh.
Because when you can manifest probability, like why not, right?
Oh yeah.
And so I feel like Umbra will often go to Blink and say, hey, can you take care of some business for me, maybe just like run a drop for me, like that kind of stuff. Nothing like ever like too under the table, but maybe something that maybe things that just Umbra doesn't want to bring awareness of, you know what I mean?
Blink is not worried about your under the table dealings at all. She's like, whatever, rich people are a fucking paradox and they needed to be brought down a peg. So you want me to steal from people? I'll steal from people.
I love that for us. Onto the sheet it goes.
Neat. How about for Rain or Vu? Do either
I will have my relationship up in a moment.
I've got
opened
one.
up all the wrong things. Oh, we're good.
Mhm.
Okay, go.
So who's seen a hint of what's behind the mask?
Ooh.
I feel like Desiree. I feel like there's like a closeness almost, and because you're very aloof, like you're like I don't care sort of thing, like fuck them up. There's that relaxed state that I think Rain has with you. That they feel like they can kind of be themselves, which is very like there's like a little bit of softness and sweetness underneath the hard exterior, and very mushy. And just wants to hold hands, but it's like maybe once, and there's like a blush. And it's like, no, sorry,
Get away.
don't hold my hand. I got. But I think that'd be very cute.
Cute. I love it.
Oh, that's really sweet. Okay. So I'm also kind of like properly like formulating my character as I read these relationships. Okay, so we're gonna change Vu a little bit. One of them talks with plural pronouns and the other one talks in singular pronouns. So that'll also help create a bit of a distinction. So I have one called that says, one of us thinks somebody needs them and the other one has little patience for them. So, hey, Blink. You wanted to be misunderstood. So I think there is a portion of us that really believes, Blink, that you need us. We are the harmony to you. And then there's a portion where I think that we don't need you a single bit. Why do you even talk to us? There's no point when you look at me like that. How do you feel about that? Okay.
Yes, I love it.
Perfect.
The best.
All right. Who else has one to propose? And we don't have to do all of them, especially in a one shot, but a little more entanglement will be juicy.
Always.
I do have one is who has been the worst victim of your trickery, and I was kind of thinking Vu. Like I showed up once just looking like the both of you. It's like, hey.
How do we process? What am I looking at?
Were they there when you did that, or did you impersonate them to do something?
I think at one point, like I impersonated them just to do, I would say, what would be really out of character for Vu to do?
I'm still figuring that out, to be honest. They aspire to harmony and balance, so kind of anything where there's a like uncomfortable shift in what they view is like a comfortable harmonious balance in the universe. So I don't know if you could utilize that to anything.
Maybe disrupting harmony in a sense that there was like some sort of event going on and it was very like jokey and everything was very up there, and just like they came in and just ruined the mood, like utterly and completely just destroyed it, and they came back to you and was like, hey, how's it going?
I'm
you want
here
to deal with that?
We cannot.
We did, and then just walk away.
Excellent.
If I may just butt in for 1 second.
Yeah.
$10 from Domo Came and Icebox Plums. $50 from Siobhan.
Woo!
Thank you so much. You have earned yourself a thirsty haiku. We're gonna go ahead and read. I'm gonna read a passive aggressively spicy one is what I'm doing. Lots of imagery. As we know, as some of you may not know, I don't know, the haiku was invented by the Japanese. It was originally used to celebrate nature and things like that. It has since been kind of modernized and turned into just a general poem. You've got a 5-7-5 as far as your syllables in each line there. And this one, like I said, all the ones tonight are by Full Rubber Ducky, David Lee. Here we go. The cool river sleeps. I beg to taste your waters. Let me drink my fill. All right. Okay. So if we weren't already excited, here we go.
That was very thirsty haiku.
Very thirsty. Extra points for having some water visuals in there. Very nice.
Extra points for remembering to hydrate.
Hell yeah. That reminds me, I should hydrate. All I have is beer. That's not a problem though.
Hydrate.
I would like to propose a string with booze, because I feel like Umbra appreciates the inherent like chaos of like one wanting one thing and one wanting the other, and like how do they together sort of compromise. I think that would be
struggle.
Yeah, the constant struggle. I think Umbra like both like recognizes that, but also like appreciates that about them. I think that would be, is that okay with you?
That's excellent.
Yeah.
I wonder if, so I have a relationship question that is, who is a confidant for one or both of you when you have worries about the other? Umbra, could you be my confidant?
Oh, I would be
Our
honored.
confidant? Oh, no, my confidant. No, our, yep.
Honored.
So you both confide in Umbra about. So,
Oh, gosh.
very juicy. All right. Any last call for a couple of relationship proposals?
I want to be selfish. I have 3 already, so I'm not going to do any more.
All right.
That's fair.
So now you're each going to give each of the other characters either 0, 1, or 2 strings, depending on how much you think they sort of like get you, or how much you care what they think of you. And you can give each of the others 2 strings. You can give out 0 strings. A string is a sort of like double-edged bit of emotional connection that can be used to help you, or to influence you. So let's go ahead and start with Umbra's strings. How many strings would you like to give each of the other? Then you should record the ones that you have on other players.
Okay.
And then you can spend those to help their roles or tempt them to do things.
Okay. I'm gonna start off very generic. Just everybody gets 1. Everybody gets a string.
Great. So everyone else note down 1 string on Umbra.
You?
Yeah. B, you looked like you're ready.
Yeah, I gave 2 to Blink, 2 to Umbra, and 1 to Rain. That felt right.
Rain strings.
I think I'm gonna give 2 to Blink. I want to give 2 to Vu, and I would give 1 to Umbra.
Feels right.
Blink likes to feel like she doesn't care about what other people think, but they like super do. So I think everyone's getting 2 strings.
And Blink, I don't think the audience knows yet what the unseen are. So the spooky witch can see and communicate with people that others cannot. Tell us a little bit about the unseen of this setting.
So the unseen are the outcasts of the city. So anybody who lived a life, felt unfulfilled, is still lingering, they have some unfinished business. That is who Blink typically sees. And we're talking more, like around like the local gay bars, you might have some people that, passed away in that area, or to whom that area was important to them, or like in the areas where, Blink has like completed murals and things like that. Like that's one of the first things they do is like kind of make acquaintance with the ghosts in the neighborhood, so that they have like good connections going into any situation.
Fantastic. All right. So I would like to start us off with you all together at some location. Do you think you spend a lot of time at the casino? Do you think there's like a community garden that you'd all be at, maybe like finishing a mural or chipping in or whatever? What do you think? Where do you think you could all be found?
Can we merge the 2 that we're gambling at a community garden?
Ooh.
I was gonna say,
Fundraiser.
Because it's Pride Month, right?
There we go.
So could we maybe be like having like a community
We stand that one. Thank you.
definitely.
event sponsored
That's
by
good.
the casino?
That's perfect. That's
Oh
fantastic.
god, that's excellent.
You've got a bunch of like new faces as people are like coming in, gambling, like seeing the garden. and then you've got like the regulars, and I think one of them. So Mo is a non-binary kid, has just turned 18, and runs up to Vu and says, "I need your help picking a superhero name."
Oh, yes. We are very good at making decisions. Yeah, don't worry, kid. I got this.
Yeah. And so, right, so like, can turn invisible, right? That's my thing. So, but like, I mean, Blink is already taken.
Yes.
And anyone who wants to can be in earshot and participate in the conversation. But yeah.
I mean, what do you do, kid? Like, what's your thing?
Invisible.
Oh,
Right? And now invisible.
what about Invisiboy?
I mean, I'm non-binary.
Invisa-cat. What's your
Invisicat.
what animal do you love the
Ooh.
most?
You like a cat. I think hamsters are really cute. But that's not, I don't know.
Hamster vision.
Maybe
Invisaham,
like crocodile. Do something.
Invisacroc. We do not believe these are good
Invisacroc.
names at all.
I gotta think of something. I just saw Donna Bell, the head of American Superheroes, heading this way, and I need to make a good impression so that I can be a big
Window.
shot superhero.
Windows are clear and they
Window.
disappear sometimes.
I could use a sidekick if you want to be Blip. Blink.
Oh, I don't-
Blip.
Window.
These are all
You
bad
just got
ideas. Yeah.
crashed.
What?
I'm terribly sorry to interrupt. Is that what you're gonna be wearing? Is that what? Because tell me about your vision for your superhero future. And Umber kind of like cracks her knuckles, and she's like about to chaos a new outfit for Mo.
I'm gonna let the master do their work. I'm gonna step back.
Like, what are you
Perfect.
thinking? Like, what's the vibe? Are
I
you
think it's gotta be
invisible?
flashy.
Okay,
right?
flashy.
To
Okay.
counter, like, because I'll be invisible sometimes.
Okay.
I want to make an impression
Okay.
the rest of the time.
But you need something. Okay.
Yeah.
Color
And,
scheme.
Well, Butch Brawler just lost her sidekick, so maybe something that goes with like a plaid cape and
Okay.
like
Okay.
a
Okay.
white catsuit, right?
Okay. What about the streak? And as she says, the streak, Mo's clothes like transform to this like white and tartan, like just very. It's weird, but it works. Like the stripes are tartan, and with like a cool like lightning bolt down the front. And Umber says,
Everybody's gonna call them the streaker.
"Oh yeah, that's."
I
Right,
mean,
no, why
is
would
that a
we say
problem,
that?
or-
No, Mo, that is a good name. We think it is truly good. Do not listen to us.
No, I think Vu is at least partially right. Well, maybe we could ask.
I know I'm right.
Maybe we could ask Donna when they come over.
I think
That's a lot of
Rain
pressure.
Slides in at this point and just kind of like very tall, kind of leans down towards Mo and says, "Why not the new clothes, like the Emperor's?"
That's just gonna play right into the streaker thing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, no
Yeah.
one's
I mean,
gonna
it's
know
funny.
if you're naked if you're invisible, so I still don't see a problem with.
Well, also if you're naked,
Yeah.
there's places that you can't really go.
Well, if you're invisible, you can go anywhere, really.
Anywhere.
Oh shit, she's coming over. She's coming over.
You know, I heard that she has some very good nicknames. If you go and like search, maybe in her little caravan that she has, I hear that she's a stack of nicknames in there. You should use your new powers to sneak in there. It'd be fun.
Then you could really be
It'd
the
be like an
streaker.
audition.
I think the name the streaker is really gonna stick though. This is good.
I feel like that's my
Alright.
personal response. I'm so sorry. I didn't think before I spoke. I would like to
No, it's
Umbra, this is
apologize.
awful.
What about What about there's a pop-up ad on thesaurus.com. What about
The thesaurus.
what about translucid?
Ooh,
What, Lucy?
translucent.
Just translucid, but you could be lucid for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So like at this point, Donna is there and she snaps. So she is like in heels, like 40-ish aged white woman with like a streak of white hair in black. This is translucent. I can see it now. This is just what we're looking for this Pride Month. And the Mo like panics and turns invisible.
Wow, well,
Just
we
perfect.
greet you. This is a fortuitous meeting for you to stumble upon us here.
Total
Well,
coincidence.
I heard such good things about your community garden. It's truly charming. And she like snaps, and like she has an assistant, Cassidy, who is like very, very similar in look, but like everything is like scaled down 2 levels. Like her like business attire is like 2 levels less nice, and her haircut is like 2 levels less expensive, etc. So her heels are like shorter.
2 inches shorter. Mm-hmm,
So it's like it's a little like mini me assistant. And it says, I've heard rumors that Translucent isn't the only superpowered individual in this neighborhood. You see, we're not looking to recruit just one sidekick. We're looking for a team.
Mm-hmm.
Sidekicks,
Mine.
though.
Yeah, a team of sidekicks sounds terrible. I don't want to be involved in that.
Well, do you think you have what it takes to be a primary superhero?
Oh, we do. We all do.
Interesting.
I'm scribbling with a Sharpie on a little sticker, like a "Hi, my name is" sticker, and I put
That's
it on her
cute.
chest, and it says "Poser." Yeah,
think that is-
Uh-huh.
totally interested in being one of your sidekicks.
I see. Well, certainly don't need all of you. Only the ones who are interested in doing what it takes to
We only work as a
be
team.
stars of the big screen. Oh,
We are a
I
team. We
don't
work
think-
together. We do not work at all.
I don't think this one is a team player.
I mean, I'm a team player, but like, what are we gonna have, like corporate sponsorships?
Exactly. Potentially
God.
very lucrative
And
corporate sponsorships.
what exactly do these corporate sponsorships do? Is it just money?
It's not just money. It's more money than this place will see in 100 years. To show them, Cassidy, and Cassidy like unfolds like a couple of it's a superhero thing, so they're holograms, a couple of holograms of like their latest broadcast where the Butch Brawler defeated Bionicrab, the eco-terrorist, and there's like a lifestyles of the superpowered like documentary, and like Butch Brawler is like on her yacht. So Butch Brawler is like white superhero girl, spiked blonde hair with the aforementioned plaid cape and white leather catsuit.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm. But if you're not interested in being heroes, we're always looking for villains as well.
Are you talking to me?
No, Blink. We
He's
cannot
like
accept
pointedly
that.
not talking to you.
Blink, we must be heroes.
All right. Yeah, we can be heroes. Totally. That's where the money is.
we could bolster our community garden and expand our entrepreneurial businesses.
That is.
Yeah.
true.
I want more money.
Wait, so you guys want to take the money?
Well, if we can
I
put
do.
it back into the community.
No,
then
yes, we must put it back into the
Yes.
community.
Yes.
Excellent. Well, I
I
understand there's a bank robbery in progress just now. Why don't you consider it your audition? And and like assistant hands you like a little like a tourist map, and it's got like the First Pacific Bank circled on it. And she also like pulls a little like camera drone off of her belt and leaves it like hovering near you.
That is not unnerving.
And Donna Bell will turn on her heels and depart.
do I have time to try and figure out a person
Yeah,
before she
absolutely.
leaves? I would like to roll to figure Donabelle out because I have a couple of questions for her. First roll of the game.
Ah, roll some dice.
That is a
If it doesn't go well, maybe reroll or use advantage.
that
Mhm.
was a that was not very good. That was a 5.
Use a
Ooh,
reroll.
a downbeat.
It was a downbeat right off the bat.
Sure,
Sets the
you
bar
want
up.
to reroll? Or you
Oh
don't
my
want,
goodness.
Bars on
you don't
the
want a
floor.
downbeat, a juicy downbeat
I
with an
honestly,
XP.
April, I would be honored to accept the first downbeat of the game. Truly would be.
Well,
Who
don't
needs?
forget,
It's more fun with the downbeat. It's fine.
Mhm.
Okay, I will die on that hill.
I love
Okay.
it.
what are you really hoping she won't figure out about you in this interaction?
I am really hoping that she won't figure out that deep down, secretly, Umbra knows that she could be a villain and she could be one of the most powerful villains that has been or ever will be with her scope of powers. But she stays away from that part of herself and she pushes that part of herself deep down. But when Donna said, "Oh, but we're looking for villains," Umbra, I think, kind of reacted a little bit, and that's why she stayed so quiet, because she knows it's staged. But there's something in Umbra that would like to maybe see what happens if it wasn't.
Oh, that's great. Well, then she like looks back over her shoulder, or she's like passing you last as she's walking away, and she looks at you sidelong and says, "Don't hold back. I want to see everything you've got." And then departs. That is your downbeat.
Well, we have a bank robbery we must stop. Let us band together.
Or I have another idea. And as Donabelle leaves, Rain takes a moment and turns into Donabelle.
Ooh.
Same tall energy, and says, why don't we be villains today?
Good
Oh.
question. Do you want to do this like for the drone camera, or do you want to like hang a coat over the drone camera first?
I would like
I'm
to.
over
here. I'm over here shaking my paint can, like looking at the
Yes!
drone, like.
Yes.
I would like to do this out of the drone's view, so
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I
That's-
spray paint the shit out of that lens then.
Yeah. Why don't you roll Defy Disaster?
I would
Me?
love.
Yeah.
Oh, you?
I think. Well, yeah, I think so. I think Link
Okay.
define this disaster. The disaster being something being captured on film that you don't want captured.
God, please don't be terrible. That is a 9, and I'm gonna use a +1 for a 10 because I'm not
Alright.
as brave as Heliosaurus.
Well then, so a 10 is an upbeat. So not only do you sort of spray the thing, right? Like the lens is covered, the hiss of the spray can covers up the diabolical scheming, but you also hear an expletive from a nearby like unmarked van, right? So like you have now also determined that like the drone operators are like chilling in
Nearby.
that white van over there with the antenna on top.
This is worth it to you? All of this? Like, you realize this is like the antithesis of like my whole thing, right? Like, I don't get caught, I don't get watched, I'm not seen, I don't do any of that. That's
So,
like not.
I could go take out the van.
Oh, if you like, I could just turn it into a clown car or something.
That's
That'd
the
be-
one. That's the one that
that'd
I
be-
want.
There we go.
Yep.
There we go.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
And so
What?
with
Wait,
literally,
why are we all doing this?
Oh,
it
well,
seems
you know,
fun.
General Mayhem.
This doesn't
Mission?
feel like it benefits the community.
Just imagine the press around this. I mean, Donna Bell becoming a villain with the great Umbra, Blink, and Vu. What a disaster.
I mean, the whole thing's staged anyway, right? This isn't even serious.
Exactly.
And like, whose money are we saving? Is it like a corporate bank? Is it a city like
Ah.
community bank? Is it like someone's abuela's money that we're saving, or is it like some rich guy's money? Because
It's like a big national bank.
I
Yeah.
care so much less about big national banks.
See, there we go.
So
Okay, we agree with
clown
that.
car, no clown car.
Definitely
Umbra's
a
like,
clown
Clown
car.
clown car. Okay.
Clown car. Come on.
So,
I want the clown car.
Umbra like sort of like puts her head down and spreads her arms wide as this like big purple sort of circle of energy sort of spirals around her, and as she like sort of like scarlet witches at the car or the van, she'll shoot this like beam at it, and it'll just kind of go boop and just turn into like a little clown car. And she'll kind of just and just because she could, the guys in the van are now dressed like clowns too.
Oh, definitely.
Chaos gonna
Definitely.
chaos.
They had tinted windows so you couldn't see them, and now like the windows turn clear just before the clown transformation, so you get to see the startled faces and then the clown faces, and like one of them like keels over and there's like a honk and like a cat hisses, and you just see big like floppy
Duck.
feet.
Worth
So
it,
if these
but-
were like interesting people who like your conflict with them would tell us more about like your relationship with them or with each other, we would like roll dice here, but they're not. They're goons. And now they're clown goons.
Blink, I did have a thought though.
Yeah.
I know that we don't care about the banks. That's not. But what I am concerned about is are there innocent bystanders in the bank? Whoever
There
is
would be.
robbing the bank? They're clearly desperate, and so desperate times, desperate measures. I don't want anybody to get hurt on our watch because it's fun to play villain, but when there's lives at stake, do you think
Innocent
that?
lives that have nothing to do with this. We agree, Umbra.
I agree. Do you think that maybe we should at least pop on by?
I mean, it's on the way to Boba, so we might as well, I guess, just go by.
Oh, I'm here for the boba. Yep.
See, Vu gets it.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, you know what? You're right, Umbra. You're right. I need to trust your heart. If you say that we should be saving people, we should save people, even if they make really, really bad banking choices. Everyone knows that lizards run everything, and you need to keep your money in a shoebox. But that's fine. It's fine. Fine.
What if we rescue the people and take them out, and then come in as villains?
And take the money?
I mean, there's
Yes.
at least, I mean, between the two of us, Rain, I think I could take care of costumes and clothes, and you could, take care of at least, your own appearance. We could just one-twosies this, which is definitely a phrase that superheroes use all the time. Very
Yes, the
common
good old
phrase.
1-2s.
It's just the one-twosie switch swap. That's
I-
what that
I
is.
should-
An
I
old
should
switcheroo.
Remind
Yes.
us the
Yeah, all right.
bank. The bank robbery might be over. This has been a. We should. Could we hurry?
We should go. We should go. We should
Yeah.
go.
Oh, let
Yeah,
us.
we should go.
I guess.
Yeah.
So
what-
can I get there first? Can I just like teleport over there and then
You
teleport back to my friends?
You totally. I was about to ask, like, what's your mode of travel? Like, do you have a like shared vehicle? Do you have your own like? You can teleport. So you
Rain's
can
got a
definitely-
motorcycle.
I if Vu and Vu agree with each other, I can transform into a giant a flying many-armed version of myself. I could probably carry y'all.
Ooh.
Oh, I prefer that mode.
I was gonna say that's better than teleportation.
It's worth
this-
teleporting back for.
Are
That'd
we
be great.
riding on the both of you? Is that what we're doing?
Oh, I got enough arms if like one person per 2 arm
Oh,
kind of situation. Like one kind of like I could flex and you could sit on that arm and like
Oh.
hold the other one like a seatbelt. Yeah.
I'm gonna take a feelings for that.
Yes. I'm also going to remind everyone of the Smitten Mechanics. Not everyone has played before or much. At any time, you may declare that you have become smitten with any other character, and then we'll resolve a little mechanic on your sheet, but it's always your choice, and it always leads to drama.
And I can be polysmitten with like
Oh, of course.
all of
Yeah,
these fabulous
yes.
individuals because like duh.
absolutely.
Thank you so much, by the way, to Rick Stevens, and that's no Moon Prism. Much
Thanks,
appreciation.
Moon.
The next time that we get to a good stopping space, because I really want to know what's happening next, I'm going to read a haiku.
I will say that I do have an ability called Devious Scheme. When others go along with your cunning plan, I get to roll plus wit. So I
Mhm.
could do that.
Yeah.
So remind me, is the plan that you're all going to be villains now? You're going to approach.
Yes.
Cool.
We'll
Love it.
rescue and then be villains. So.
Oh, you're going to rescue people like as yourselves,
Mm-hmm.
and then one or more of you will disguise
Come in
yourselves,
as-
and then you'll be
yes.
villains.
Yep. Make
Cool.
a bunch of money.
Ooh, I did roll an 11 total.
Oh, that's great. So I think that gives you some benefits that you get to use over the course of your scheme. So that doesn't happen now, but you get to invoke the benefits of that move as things unfold. Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna fly us over. The synchronized kind of hold on. In addition, when synchronized, I'm gonna roll plus harmony instead of my usual stat. Okay, but afterwards I must subtract a harmony. Oh gosh. Okay. This is gonna be a short flight. So the moment that we kind of agree is when Blink had suggested boba tea, and then Vu was like, "Yeah, I could go for that," and Vu is like, "Yes, we must go so we could save people," and then they're able to transform. They sprout like 10 extra arms, regular amount, and can now fly. I think the arms like are feathered. That seems like a fun motif. And I'll fly us to that bank that was on the little tourist pamphlet.
Wonderful. Yeah, as you, I guess, let's just take a moment to appreciate in the arms of our flying ensemble, everyone getting picked up.
Those are the angels.
It's a good moment. And let's hear a haiku as we fly through the sky of, I'm calling it Pacific City, just that's my generic superhero city. So the sky of Pacific City.
Awesome.
Haiku.
My corset loosened, fingertips beneath my dress, their dark eyes locked on mine.
Yes.
Yeah, and thank you, Youngles, so much for your donation and for being here with us. Whew, spicy. Okay.
Yeah, I love these are like the stingers when you like come back from ad break to like our like animated superhero adventure.
Yes.
But yeah, you swoop down, and like things are very they're like there's another van, obviously there's another white van. There are like drones around, and a couple of people who are like standing around kind of looking bored, like all right, good, here we go, and like get into poses, and the drones like there are like several drones capturing different angles of your approach, and when you land, the doors are like flattened or whatever, and inside you see a like red clad woman with like extremely bushy hair, who is a white woman, and she's got a hammer, and she says, "I, Karla Marx, seize the means of the wealthy. Go, my Antifa super soldiers." And like thwomps her hammer down on the floor of this bank.
They're villains.
Yeah, quick check-in, friends. Should we help?
Innocent. We have to protect the innocent.
Also, quick question. Do we want to be filmed right now? Are we?
Oh God, no! I don't want to be filmed.
Okay. What about you, Rain, Blink?
Oh, as
Me, I'd
Donna.
rather not, but
Okay. Funny thing. And a sort of purple spark appears in Umbra's hand, and the drones. Do I need to roll to make the drones drop? Because just the what is the probability that their batteries all died at the same time? It's just the strangest thing.
You can have like, well, the thing is, you have so many rerolls.
so using all of them.
No. You can get like a moment off camera for free if you want to like. But no, I think there is a danger here. I think the danger is like you looking really suspicious as you're all like, we don't want to be filmed, and then like taking out the cameras. So I think if you want to like play it cool and not have like footage of you all looking shady doing that, it's going to be a Defy disaster.
Because we didn't fight that woman immediately. We're just kind of like milling around her, like, is this bad? Yeah, that's sus, y'all.
We're all like awkwardly stacked in the doorway, like all our heads are lined up. Like, what do you guys think?
A giant head at the bottom.
What's the modifier that I add to Defy disaster?
So it depends on what approach you're taking. This seems like it could be like a plus wit because you're trying to be like subtle and sneaky about it.
Sure. Okay.
But if you want to make an argument for something else, that's also fine.
No, I'll just go with it. That's fine. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's a 9.
All right. So there is a cost, which I think the cost is that. Oh no, I'm going to give you a choice. So either no one else looks suspicious, but you do. Like one of the drones has time to like catch you, like waving your hand and making them fall down. Or else, there's going to be a backlash in probability because you made something very unlikely happen, and there's just something is going to come out of the blue that is very unlikely. As like a reaction at some point during the scene are sort of the two options.
I like that. I like such is the price of chaos. I like that a lot. That's really cool.
All right. So yeah, odds are in your favor in this moment. The batteries run out, the drones sort of clatter against the ground, and you have a little bit of privacy. And I'll just say, like, you can take out the like bank cameras with that too. Like, cool. You don't have to worry about like, everything. Yeah.
That was really cool. Like that. Umbra. Not that I'm super impressed, but I'm just gonna give you a string because I'm feeling smitten. So hold on. When I become smitten with someone. Pardon?
Yeah, do it.
When I become smitten with someone, say why, give them a string, and answer one of the following questions. How would pursuing them make my partner feel unloved or unneeded? Or why do they need you more than your partner does? Oh no, here it is. I'm just feeling a little smitten because I feel like you're the right amount of villainous energy. It doesn't really take over you or anything. It's not like overpowering like Blink or underwhelming like with Rain. It's just kind of right, but don't tell Boo because I don't think they're gonna agree with that.
Oh, don't worry, your secret is safe with me.
Yeah. Oh, the innocents how do we protect them?
Well, I could either... One of you could go and play hero if you want to get that sort of attention on you. And then maybe maybe as you're taking out the last people, Donabelle could stroll in and turn the tides.
Yes, we heard saving people. Who's with me?
Not me. Oh well,
Or with us?
I could be you again.
Oh, no, we are, we're good. That confused us and made us feel uncomfortable.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. We'll
yeah,
not
no,
do that then.
yeah.
Are we fighting? Are we fighting or what?
Oh, yes, we are so sorry.
Well,
What was your
it-
name again?
Sorry.
We've got lesbian
Carla.
drama to work out. Calm down.
Ooh, lesbian drama.
Oh, you can come in the circle and talk if you would
yeah,
like.
Yeah.
Carla,
Sure, we are welcome.
Yeah. So what's
Yeah.
your
We
deal?
want to do this. Oh, Communist Manifesto. My X marks the spot. Bam. That's my thing. Yeah, pays decent, and I'll be your villain for today.
So like, what happens like when we kick your ass? You just like go home and get paid and like
Yeah.
get the foot massage?
Yeah, don't like really kick my ass.
Oh.
You don't like that? You're not into that? Okay.
Pride Month.
Ah.
I'm gonna take a feelings. Oh.
I love it. Okay, we are gonna go wrangle up the bystanders and just kind of usher them outside, and
Oh,
then
yeah,
we may
yeah.
continue with whatever.
No, I'll have some of the like Antifa super soldiers come and like menace them.
Oh,
Time
no,
to menace the innocent.
that's terrible. What? We are not okay. What? No.
No.
I mean, that's what they're here for.
We have
Yeah,
to
but
stop
like,
them.
what about the vibe you're putting out though? Like you're putting out like a really terrible vibe into the world, and like we just came from a community garden event where the vibe was like really good, and this is just trash. So if you could maybe like tone down your snowflake stuff that you're doing here,
Mhm.
that would
I
be
mean,
helpful to me.
This is. I mean, she like pulls out like a. I guess it's like a script, right? It's like it's right from corporate, right?
Do you
Like,
mind if I
This is
see
what
that?
we're doing. This. Yeah. Of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Starts
this,
reading.
I think the eerie thing is that the script like has written down the things that you have said so far
Ooh.
under your names. That is the backlash from the probability nonsense. Is like you have been predicted.
I hate this.
Okay.
Oh no, it's written here. Oh no, that's written here. Oh, I can't even tear this up because we'll say that when I debate on it and just having like a
teleport-
crisis.
I teleport up onto because I'm so Blink is only
Okay.
like 5 feet tall. Blink is like really wee, and so Blink like teleports up onto onto Rain's shoulder, like and it's like perched there trying to like look over their shoulder at the stuff. I don't sound like that. That's not. I do not sound like that.
And you kind of did.
I turn into a taller version of you. I don't sound like that.
Wow. Okay. So
Yeah, that's funny.
what's your
I find
name?
that
You're looking
funny.
pretty good right now. Where's your warriors and stuff? What are you doing?
While the
Great.
script supervisor department is working, I try and entice
Oh yeah.
Carla?
Yeah.
All right.
Mhm.
I'm gonna roll my dice.
Yeah.
Plus heart, but I don't remember my number. Okay. But can I use a reroll? No particular
Absolutely.
reason.
Do it up.
No particular
We're gonna
reason.
say that
Reroll,
it
reroll.
comes from our pool. Thank you to Tsukino Aiko for their donation.
Hey, this is Zucchino. This one's dedicated to you. Okay. That's gonna be a 8. 8?
Nice.
8. Yes, because 9 minus 1 is 8. Cool.
And this is entice.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I
As
do
the
like
scoundrel,
making
you
my
also
work.
can like provoke people. Like the scoundrels thing is they're not as good at like that sincere emotional connection or like reading
Yeah.
somebody. But
Well-
this is perfect. It's great. I'm just letting you know your options. This is good. This is perfect. There's nothing
What
wrong
I,
with
what
it.
I was gonna say, what I think
Yeah.
Amber was going to say is like, listen, Carla, can I call you Carla?
Of course.
It's great. Listen, I know that you're here just trying to do your job, it's weird, right? This is a weird job for you. It's a weird day for all of us. But the super soldiers, it's a bit much, don't you think? Right? Because your whole thing is right, like seize the means of production and all that. But one could argue
I could never get all the way through it.
Oh,
My
yeah,
sidekick, my sidekick was supposed to be here today. Praxis has read all of it, but
that's valid. Well, here's the thing. I did a little studying in college, and the thing is when one is seizing the means of production, it's supposed to be like a fair thing. You're supposed to be, handing it out amongst the people, like that. But super soldiers, what does that say about you? What does that say about what you stand for? That sounds like to me that you want all the power for yourself, and that's frankly that's a continuity error, Carla. That's a major plot hole right there in the script. So I'm kind of thinking maybe you send these guys home, feed send them to craft services. But we don't need to do this, Carla. We could just all go back to my place and grab a couple of drinks or something. We don't have to.
Your place is very small, Umbra. Can we all
Well, we
fit?
could go back to the casino. I drink for free, so be cool,
that makes
rude.
more sense. Yeah, we will not fit all at Umbra's place.
I mean, it might
like-
be intimate.
As Umbra is like having this whole conversation,
Yeah.
Blink just like magics some popcorn, like an illusion of popcorn, is like, oh yeah.
Well, I mean, it looks like they're having some technical difficulties anyway. Maybe we're going to get rescheduled. Yeah, I could take a break. I think she is like willing to go with you. Yeah.
Okay.
Good. Oh, please tell them to stop bothering the innocents.
Yeah, super soldiers, stand down, whatever. They're not feeling it.
Umbra, that was very impressive. We are slightly taken aback and perhaps smitten by your constitution and ability to be so charismatic and direct with our enemies. That was incredible.
My goodness, it's just just take a couple of theater classes, take a couple of philosophy classes, which is definitely where you study Karl Marx.
Intro
Don't
to
worry about it.
philosophy.
Yes,
Wow.
nailed it.
We feel this. Your skills are very necessary, and we are going to hold on to them because sometimes we are not as articulate as you were in that moment.
Oh. Well, thank you so much. I really, really do appreciate that. But Fu, I want to say, you contribute in your own way, because
no.
the best part about you is you can see everything from both sides. There's no black and white. It's shades of gray with you all the time. I love that because you always manage to sort of just find right in the middle. It's lovely, and that's a skill that not a lot of people have. I like that about you.
That's a kindness we didn't expect, especially here at this bank that kind of smells like antiseptic. But yes, we're grateful for that. So, next part of our plan?
Seeing what's going on over here.
Yes. Standing in
Good.
the sidelines.
It's good. So, I mean, what's your follow through, Umbra? Usually, like, you have really great ideas. I'm always in awe of your control over the situation. Everything Vu's saying, 100% right. But like, are you really gonna party with this narc?
Here is my thought. All right, let's just bring it in, friends. All right,
Okay.
so here's my plan. We send Carla and the crew back to the casino, right? Because what does the casino have? The casino has what? Security cameras, right? So there's a public record, right? They know Carla left. It's all on the up and up, right? Here's the thing. Probability wise, wouldn't it be a shame if those security tapes, I don't know, just mysteriously disappeared under improbable circumstances? So we can still do whatever we want here. I just wanted them out of the way, sort of, free reign, and fighting's fun, but isn't manipulation a little more fun. And then like her eyes like spark with this like purple light. And then you see Umbra kind of go, I'm sorry, that was out of line. What do you what do you all want to do?
Smitten.
I have feelings
Ooh.
for.
All right, we're gonna resolve Smitten, and then you're gonna have too many feelings. So
I have so many feelings.
Candace.
Yeah. So when I say that I'm smitten, I'm supposed to give Umbra another string and answer what is the obvious thing about me that I'm sure Umbra would make Umbra reject me. Before they said that, I was gonna say my terrible attitude. But now I feel like maybe the thing that would cause Umbra to reject me is my lack of filter. Like Umbra's really good at being diplomatic, like when they need to be, and I'm very not. So I feel like
Rougher.
you're gonna be like, this person is too much for me. That's how I feel.
So good. Love
I
it.
love it. Also, Umbra, you have so many strings. Don't forget that you can influence us with use of your strings.
I am like a Joanne Fabric in here with all my strings.
Yeah. We got emotional support. Yeah, you got some good string options.
Right. Okay. I'm saving them. I'm saving them for later.
Saving them for the boss fight.
It's true.
Yeah, if you hit 4 strings on one person, let me know, because that'll trigger a string advance.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
I do look up at Umbra and I'm like, hey, so I mean, I see you struggling. I guess we should do the right thing. But also I'm totally like sold on Rain's idea to just like Robin Hood this shit. So
Look, I just want to like, I don't know, spend some more time with you and do really fun activities and stuff. And I think that would be really great. Especially with
Too
you,
many
Umbra.
feelings. Do
Thanks.
it. Explode, trickster. You have too
Yep.
many feelings.
I feel like we don't like spend a lot of time together because you're all really busy with your different activities. And I mean, like the more we can do this and do different things and maybe just be villains together, I feel like that's just, it really nice to spend time together because I feel really alone all the time.
oh no.
No, it's fine though, but it's okay.
I mean, we're like,
No problems.
we're totally here for you, the man.
Yes, I understand. You are here in this place, and I feel like stealing money now. And then just start walking away towards the bank.
Oh, B? Is there anything?
All
Okay.
good. My camera overheated. It was unhappy.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Thanks.
Okay, I have a fan pointed on it now.
So you are in the middle of this like emotional moment, and from the door you hear, "Is this the direction we're going with this new season? The like villains with feelings and angst?" And it is
Hey, fuck
none
you.
other than the Butch Brawler, who with like a couple of camera crews now. I mean, I can see it. I can see it doing the ratings, but like, I feel like you got to like get away a couple of times, right, and keep angsting. So I'm gonna go easy on you.
Oh, are you saying you want to fight us, Butch Brawler?
And
Gonna
she is gonna
lose.
pounce at you. She is going to pounce and like push you against like a bank column
Yes.
Ouch.
and say, "That's exactly what I'm saying."
I have feelings. Oh, feelings what? That little like chain chomp mouth just opens up and the sound comes out. It's like, oh, I love it when they get close. And my blade is just very small, very intimate, because I have to get very close. And I'm going to attempt to kind of, I would like to slash at them. Of course, not deadly or anything, but to get them back, using fight.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's get a fight roll.
I'm so here for
Oh
this.
my god. I want to use the rerolls up, but I rolled really well. I got another 11.
Oh, dang.
That's
Oh
the
my
best
God.
problem to have.
Right, though?
That's incredible. Yeah, so you get to choose 3 things from the fight list. Do you have that handy?
I do indeed. I think with getting that close, and I think the head gets closer to Butch Brawler, and just like feeling the breath of it's like a little bit of cinnamon latte coming out just on her neck. Definitely want to flirt or provoke to gain a string.
Absolutely. She is also choosing that option back at you. So I think there's definitely like a linger, right? Like you've been pressed against the thing, you like have your jaw drop. There's
literally
there are sparks there, yeah. The hanging like cartoon jaw drop, yeah.
I would also
you slash to get some distance.
Yeah. I'd also like to create an opportunity for my ally as I like slash, pushing them back, having them stumble on their feet and stumble slightly backwards. And I will, as they kind of fall a bit and stumble backwards, still using kind of that flirting, I would like to seize a superior position and just kind of stand over them and just like put my foot on their chest. Are you sure you want to do this?
More sure than ever.
Umbra, Blink, Vu.
Yeah, who else?
Tag you in.
Yes.
More than one of us can
need
handle this woman.
a moment. This is no, this is good. And then Vu's gonna kind of like pull themselves together, and they can fly. They have many arms. So I think they're gonna pick up, like they're gonna fly over. This will be like, I'm gonna interpret this as a fight, or you maybe define disaster. You tell me. But basically, I want them to pick up like what would be the heaviest thing in a bank? I wanted to say a safe, but they only really have like that one massive safe.
I mean, it's a superhero. There can be like little safes.
Those little
within
ones,
bank.
yes.
Thank
you.
It's like the safety deposit box,
Yeah.
right? Like it's like a rack of like little safes that you can pull out. Yeah.
Perfect.
Codes 1, 2, 3, 4.
Always. Yeah, pick up 10 of those. And then I want to drop them on the parts of our enemy that won't hit Rain and or Rain's foot.
Mm-hmm. I think this is a fight. I think you're trying to take Butch Brawler out of like being able to fight with this. Yeah. Go ahead and fight.
Okay, I'm gonna utilize one of the rerolls. Oh wow, that still didn't go great. That's fine. Ooh, okay, a 7.
A 7. That's fine. That's fine. You still get to choose 2 things. But yeah.
I'd like to inflict a condition.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, oh, absolutely. Yeah, I think you are making her look bad, and she is angry about it.
Yeah. And as like these safes get dropped upon her, like don't get me wrong, like I imagine like she is strong and buff as heck, so it's kind of like dropping a safe on a mattress where it just bounces off, except it's muscle.
Like punching and like bursts of dollar bills and stuff there.
Jewelry goes
Make it
flying.
Pirate coins, yeah.
But nonetheless, I want to create an opportunity again for an ally to give them. Does this give them a +1?
It's a narrative opportunity, so like something that yeah.
So
like,
she's just gonna be a little bit distracted. If not for the foot on her chest, there are safes dropping from the sky, raining from the sky. You could almost say.
As Booth does that, Umbra is going to hold out her hands and concentrate just for a moment, and time will stop.
Yes.
And so for everyone except for the Butch Brawler and Umbra. So the Butch Brawler like looks up from where she is with his foot on her chest, and there's pirate coins and cash and this confetti and this like sort of like big fish scene, and Umbra's going to walk through, like just moving the slowly, impossibly slowly falling dollar bills, and she's going to offer her hand down to Butch Brawler. And what I would like to do is I know the rule, I know the name of the thing that I want to do. I would like to roll to entice the Butch Brawler to come over to our side, is what I would like to do.
So, Butch Brawler gets to do some actions as part of Vu's fight.
Okay.
And I think what that looks like is like knocking a safe back at Vu, and they're gonna try to inflict a condition on you.
Ooh,
I think just with that like attack, and yeah, so like she is playing it very superior, like, oh, very nice use of the environment, good superhero fight 101 in action.
Mm-hmm.
But then she gets like really, she stops like simmering and actually like boils over.
Yep.
And is like, all right, I gotta teach you rookies a lesson. And when a threatening opponent takes a condition, they can do a reaction to that. So in reaction to like becoming angry, she is going to like, well, I think she is going to like get out from her pinned position, right? So she's gonna throw Rain off with one arm, and with another arm like smack a support pillar to like crash into the entrance and like collapse the entrance. So like she doesn't know you can teleport. She thinks you're like trapped in here. There's also like a camera crew that's kind of nervous, but so then like she is standing sort of a little more glorious when Umbra approaches. But does Umbra take the same approach, or do you want to?
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll say that she's standing right now. But so I think Umbra will do her kind of like time stop with like all this chaos and all this stuff happening.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
And Umbra will just sort of take a couple of very slow, very deliberate steps forward, and offer her hand to the Butch Brawler and say, "I'm Umbra. It's nice to meet you finally. I've heard a lot about you. But listen, there's a lot of chaos. There's a lot of dramatics happening around us. But as it happens, chaos is my specialty." And she snaps. And as she snaps, like everything that's up in the air just falls, but everything else stays the same. And so she says, Umbra says, "So listen, you can walk out of here fine with your crew, and you can go about the rest of your day and know that deep down you're a hero, is it? Or we can keep going, or third option, you can come back to my casino where I'm having a little soiree, as it were. I believe Carla's going to be there, and a few of her friends. So I'd love to extend that invite, as it were." And then Umbra waits for an answer.
Is that an entice? Is that
I should probably roll. Ooh, that's a 9. Wait. Is that I can roll plus, right?
You can have a plus
Yeah,
one.
you get to add it. I mean, or minus, depending on your stats.
Yeah.
What is it plus? Heart?
What is the stat?
Sorry.
Oh, yeah, if it's just the entice, yeah, plus heart.
Okay. Then that's a 9 because I got a 10. So it's a 9.
Take a plus one.
Okay, I'll take a plus 1. Haha, now it's a 10.
All
Ah!
right, so first of all, you get a string, Butch Brawler. And then she has a choice of whether to get flustered and awkward, promise you something that she thinks you want, or give in to desire. Yeah, I think she will. So you get the string, and she says, you know what? After filming, I'd be happy to continue this conversation. And she's gonna like grab the scruff of you wear like a suit. She grabs your tie. Because you or was that Rain who wears?
Oh, I have a I've got a
that was
suit.
Rain.
Okay.
We can say that at that point, you know, Umbra was wearing something
You got a
grabbable
suit
because it
too?
sort of changes all the time.
Okay. Yeah. So like grab your tie, and say, I'm a professional. I finish what I start. After filming, be happy to visit your casino and see what you got.
I speak from the heart when I tell you that I'm looking forward to it immensely. And Umbra will just for the shits of it, just sort of reach out and like fix the Butch Brawler's like hair a little bit and say, "You look great for the camera."
All right. Yeah, there's some like color in the cheeks. But I want to know what Blink is up to.
Blink is watching all this go down and trying to decide how to proceed. They're like looking at all of these like super incredible people, and they're just like, everybody's got it handled. I can teleport and I can do illusion magic, but I think everybody else has got cool stuff. And she's feeling a little like lost. And in that moment, she kind of like realizes that no one's really around. So Blink is contemplating going and stealing money from the safe while no one's watching.
Do you think there are any unseen in the bank? Did anyone die with unfinished business?
That's what I was gonna ask,
yeah.
to see if I can
Scrooge
like
McDuck.
maybe get their assistance in
Totally.
my bottom
Yeah.
line.
Like
Because
banks are horrible. A lot of people probably died with stealing at this bank. I don't know how many of them died on premises, but 3. Now I do know it's 3.
Okay.
So there are definitely like 3 ghosts. Oh, they tried to heist the bank and it went wrong.
Yes, that's who I need to talk to.
Yes.
Is there somebody who looks like blown up or
Sure.
like gruesome in some way?
I don't want to go too gruesome, but like we can have like a comedic like hole in the torso if that's
perfect.
if that works.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I see that ghost.
They're like stirring. They're definitely like awake and like
okay.
They're maybe like they sidle up to you like, what's going on? Who's robbing the bank? Is anyone robbing the bank or are they just flirting?
Oh yeah, they're fucking flirting, but I'm gonna rob the bank. So what's good?
Yeah.
How did you I want to avoid that at all costs. I got some cool powers. I can like teleport. Anything I need to know, or what's your deal?
We got past the guards, but you wouldn't believe the levels that they go to for security. They've got a little what you call it, sort of like pull over there. I guess they they just all have like a hole through them. Like they got this like a laser tripwire with a missile launcher. Just goes right down the corridor, right down the middle, and they all just sort of like look sullenly at the holes in their torso. Yeah, it is excessive.
I'm sorry, especially I mean, you'd think they've got so much money, plenty to spare, right? It's not like they don't have insurance.
Yeah, no, they're insured. We clear them out, then it just gets paid for by their insurance. And what are they using it for anyway?
Exactly. All right. What do you think? Can you like keep an eye on this situation? Come get me if things get crazy.
You don't want to miss out, huh? If things get crazy.
I mean, everybody's looking really good right now, and I don't want to miss any of the drama. I originally wasn't going to come here today because I have better things to do, but I'm glad I've met you. You seem really cool, and my friends are cool. I just would like something good to come out of this. So if we could save the day, make some money, and then I could like pay off some people's student loans, that'd be really great.
Love it. I mean, we always wanted to see the inside of the vault, but you know, do you be happy? Actually, why don't you commune with the unseen? It's a spooky witch move. You're communing.
Yes, I am communing. For Blink, communing is not like, I think a lot of times people think like, you know, there's like this big like, you know, like you do, you know, like an invocation and stuff, and you got to chant and you got to channel them and all that. Blink is just like walking down the street and they're there.
While Blink is rolling, Umbra blinks out of existence for 2 seconds because her dog is freaking out downstairs, so I'll be right back.
No.
I'm so sorry.
Blink is gonna use a reroll.
Hey.
Get all you donors helping our heroes out of a mess.
10.
Sweet. So part of that using that move is you give a string to a dangerous unseen. So I think I've got to give this person a name. And Jimothy.
Yep.
Is a dangerous bank robbing ghost.
Perfect.
So good.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and take a string on you.
Okay.
And is doing you this favor of like watching out while things are going on, even though like they always wanted to see the inside of that bank vault. Yeah, so you get to pick some stuff from communing with the unseen. You get some mechanical benefits as well.
Yes. I would like to. I want to know. I mean, I feel like I already learned something important from the unseen in the
That's true.
missile.
Yeah, the safe defense missile.
Yeah. And then I think I want to hide that
Mm-hmm.
money in the unseen world when I get my mitts on it.
Love that. Love it. Yeah. So you like they can like point you like, you know, this is the corridor, and then at the far end there's that bank vault. Vault is 4 feet thick. Like they know how thick it is, so you know how far to teleport. And you whoosh in, and the other two come with you, and the bank vault full of money and sacks with dollar signs on them. And you can just shovel that stuff into the unseen world. They help you. They just like pick stuff up and haul it, and it just like vanishes into invisibility. Yeah, so you're doing the heist. Meanwhile, have you gotten
Not beyond throwing the safes. However, Rain, before I react, go ahead, because I'm going to be reacting a little bit to Umbra, because I took a condition, and I would like to know. Yeah.
We're actually coming up on the halfway point, so I might, when the camera cuts back, unless Rain, you look like you have something you're excited to do.
I had one thing. It can wait until after break, but it also might be a good like before break.
Let's do it, and then we'll take our break.
Yes.
I think this is like things have been like the talking with the unseen, Umbra doing the discussion with our hero counterpart, and that time slowing down. It was like, because Rain was thrown off of them. It was like slow motion. Vu was also in slow motion, and if Vu's okay with it, Rain crashes into the two of them, or like both of them catch Rain in like an embrace.
I love it.
Flying back as time unstops, Rain just flies back and grab onto them, like slightly dipped. Like,
we wonder if you're okay.
I am now. Yes.
We have a lot of arms, so it's often nice to be embraced like this.
Yes, your arms are very nice, and your hands as well. They're very many, plentiful. A lot of them. A few. A few.
And I guess I'm going to go ahead and talk really quickly about what this is leading horribly and wonderfully into what I wanted. So, April, when you said I had to take a condition after my interaction with our beefy friend, I took insecure because I'm a little insecure about Umbra and her making some kind of alliance. Umbra's supposed to be our friend, maybe more. Haven't figured out those feelings yet. So what is this? And then as they catch Rain, like they have to kind of reconcile between like, I just want to go to Umbra, but this, I have so many arms wrapped around Rain. How do we handle this? So I will go ahead and take give you a string. And there's a part of you that's feeling a little bit more for Rain than for Umbra.
Are you fused, and are you like having
You're
trouble staying
fused right
fused?
now.
Yeah. What's it?
And I
having,
have
like,
to actually bring my
different
harmony
feelings?
down to 1 because I did something before, but go ahead, sorry.
How does it feel being fused and having these different feelings, and is there any like visible effect of that?
I think it's like for Rain, it's like the tightening, like the flexing, and like the like releasing of their biceps as they're kind of reconciling between these two feelings for two people. Of course, they can't just have one feeling for one person. When we are so many, we have all of the feelings, but they don't go in enough directions because there's too many directions. And it's just like maybe even like a little bit of like nervous sweat.
Incredible. Love it. Love it. Camera loves it. And break. So let's go ahead and take our break. Everybody hydrate. And
Spicy hot, spicy hot.
Hot like
and then we'll
this.
return to our lesbian disasters.
Yes, please. Thank you so much, everybody. What?
Nice.
That's amazing. Thank you, everyone. This night
Nice.
is phenomenal. Everybody is having a wonderful time. I'm speaking on behalf of everyone, for myself, really.
You're not
Thank you
lying.
so much for joining us. Please come back here in, I don't know, 5 minutes? 10 minutes. 9:43. See you soon.
Hello, and welcome to our Tiltify campaign. My name is Candace, also known as Candace the Magnificent, and I'd like to tell you a little bit more about our fundraiser. 45% of LGBTQIA youth have seriously considered attempting suicide in the past year. That's nearly 1 in 5 transgender or non-binary youth alone, and these rates are even higher in children of color. Fewer than 1 in 3 trans or non-binary kids feel that their home is gender-affirming and welcoming. With laws springing up nationwide to silence, forcefully convert, or deny life-changing healthcare to these children and teens, a time that should be spent discovering themselves and the world around them is now spent living in fear. No one should have to experience that, let alone a child. That's why we're raising money this Pride Month to benefit the Trevor Project, a nonprofit organization dedicated to uplifting and supporting LGBTQIA+ youth ages 13 to 24. Every Tuesday in June at 8 p.m. Eastern, we'll be playing the Nebula Award-winning tabletop role-playing game Thirsty Sword Lesbians in a series of one-shots online. We have some fantastic humans coming out and donating their time to this incredible cause, including Connie Chang, Katie Osaurus, Cassie Mothwin, B. Zelda, Naomi Kyle, the creator of Thirsty Sword Lesbians herself, April Kit Walsh, and many, many more. Help us in the Trevor Project make this a more beautiful and inclusive world. Please consider donating to our campaign, and thank you in advance for your patronage. See you at the table.
Hi, we're back. Thank you so much for being here with us tonight. Thank you to everybody who has donated, everybody who has liked and shared and retweeted. We really appreciate your support. Please keep it up. We are trying to raise as much money for the Trevor Project as possible to help save queer kids' lives. If you guys saw the video, I think at break and before we started, 1 in 5 kids feels that they are not welcome in their home, have considered suicide. Particularly trans kids and kids of color, and that obviously sucks. A lot of us at this table identify and either identify or are allied, and it's important to pretty much all of us to make sure that we raise money to save these kids and give them, the beautiful world that they deserve. No one should have to feel like they're alone or like they are unusual or strange just because they're themselves. Everybody should get to feel as comfortable in their own skin as, every other person. And I think for, queer people in general, marginalized people in general, that's something that is constantly an uphill battle. So setting a good example for these young kids is something that we are all passionate about, and that is why we're here. Thank you to my table and to my GM for being here tonight. This is so wonderful. During the break, we have had some additional donations. Thank you so much. $10 from Anonymous, from Lil Mika Pup, and $20 from Anonymous. We've got $1,295. Woo! Thank you so much. And we've got 2 thirsty haikus, but we're gonna have guest readers this week. Up first, B Zelda.
Okay, so I had emotionally prepared to read the second haiku in our little list. Is that okay?
If you want to take that
Yeah.
one.
Okay, I really read it in my head a few times, and I've got the whole thing. I'm sorry. Wicked doubt erased, a sultry goddess revealed. Bow and worship her.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. There's gonna be all kinds of goddess worshiping in this game. Let's be honest. I feel like Vu was the perfect person to read that haiku.
Thank you.
100%.
And Teehee.
Yeah. Give them completion. Announce their rapt arrival. Bask in their soft glow.
Woo. Whew. All right. All right. All right. All right. Yeah, that's great. Hold on one second. I have an update. Oh,
Update.
I would like to clarify. We have had a complaint about something that I said about lizards running the bank, that could be perceived as anti-Semitic. I have never heard of that before, so I apologize if that is how anyone took it. That was certainly not my intention. What I was referring to is that people are secretly lizards in skin suits, and that there's a secret network of lizard people that are at work in the United States controlling our money and government. It's a ridiculous conspiracy theory. Please feel free.
So I think the roots of that conspiracy theory are anti-Semitic.
Really? I had no idea.
And I learned that, unfortunately, the hard way as well, because I had made a similar statement. It was kind of I had no way, because it was always kind of like a meme or a joke, but the roots of it are not the best.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate being educated on this topic, because I literally thought it was actual, like aliens, like
a conspiracy theory.
Yeah, it didn't occur to me that was going to be anything that was racist or anti-Semitic at all. So my deepest apologies to anyone I may have offended. Thank you so much for saying something and for bringing it up. I really, really appreciate it. That is absolutely not something that I will talk about ever again. And yeah, I'm always really happy to learn from any mistakes that I make. So thank you so much. And thank you to Todd for feeling that over to me. I really appreciate the opportunity to apologize, on the air, and not have to kind of follow up after with somebody on the side. So thank you. And if anybody else has anything, please put it in the chat. We are all here for love and acceptance, and we value your opinions. So thank you again for being here with us. And back to you, April.
Back to me. All right. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Where last we left off, there was a daring heist. Our spooky witch and their ghost friends were doing a bank robbery, tossing cash into the unseen realm, while our other team members are battling the Butch Brawler for the cameras in the lobby. We've got some sweaty moments and feelings, and Umbra popped out of existence after flirting with Butch Brawler a moment ago. So I think Butch is turning to the other pair of you. And she's got a tool belt on her leather catsuit. It's a white leather tool belt, which she opens up and draws out a lasso, and is gonna try to wrangle you two. And someone should defy that disaster among the two of you.
Uh-huh.
Do you want to? Do you want me to?
Or not.
Oh my god, no.
Can we
Somebody
choose
somebody
one?
has to give it a
You are
shot.
welcome to be trust.
I feel like I'm trying to be like the hero in this situation, so I'm gonna go ahead and defy disaster. And I will daring, grace, heart. Or I feel like honestly daring. You know, this is a moment of courage, a moment of might.
Sure.
Which I have a -1 in, but that's fine. Hey, that is an 11.
All right.
Ooh.
Yeah, so you daringly know that she is carefully measuring the distance, and if you get a little unexpectedly close, that lasso is going to fly uselessly past. Yeah, you do that, and you are right in her face, and I think if it's okay with you, so like on an upbeat, maybe you just avoid the danger, or maybe there's a bonus. And I think the bonus is going to be some information, coming your way. But if it's okay with you, I'm going to deliver it through Umbra.
Yes.
Who's, gets a text from Mo.
Wow.
It says, I checked out the inside of Donna's, mobile office, like you said, and I think like it looks like I'm not quite sure what all this is about, but it sounds like the villains of the next series are some group called Union Busters. There's a lot of like we got to hire the Union Busters. Do you know them?
Umbra text back K. Period. It's a very long text, Mo. We gotta work on this. Oh gosh. I think Umbra will. I mean, can I? I mean, I want to roll to figure out a person, but I want to use it in a way that I feel like is breaking the game. But I'm gonna do it anyway.
Tell me about it.
Right.
What do you?
I just dropped a dice on the floor. That's 8 plus 2 plus 2 9 10. That's 10. Haha.
What are you up to?
I would like to ask or text back, I guess. How could I get you to send me pictures of all of the files that you can find?
Yeah.
Like send me all of the data or whatever. And then the second question is like, I guess, what are your feelings towards like Donna? Do you think she's on the up and up? This sounds really like suspicious. Like what's going on?
Yeah, I think I mean, Mo is starting to figure out that or maybe like as Mo sends you the stuff, Mo is like, oh, I think this might not be show notes. They're talking about like an employee who got fired and Melody, and then it sounds like someone else quit, like Praxis quit. So yeah, maybe this isn't like a plot. Maybe this is just like corporate stuff that's going on. And so like they are figuring out by following up on your clues that like there's shady stuff going on with this like obviously shady corporation. Yeah, they send you like you have contact info for like someone who was fired. It's like a memo about like how like Melody quit, and we might need to do a special episode featuring her as a villain, work on like character development. And then like, all right, we're gonna have to deal with like the fact that like Praxis, has now quit and is friends with Melody. So they are like, it's like an email thread about like what's the plot going to be when we frame these people who we fired for union activity, when we frame them and send superheroes after them.
Okay. I think Umbra's gonna sort of like take all this information and just kind of say like, hey, group and just kind of like
Yes.
share this cutscene. So anyway, that's about it that I got in the text. So
I think you can be back with the rest of the group. Yeah.
So what do we think? I'm not quite sure what to make of this.
I am not either.
Candace?
Yes.
Oh, you're
You're
muted.
muted.
Am I back?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I just like blipped. I like went in, was
You
like,
can be back whenever you want.
and then I blipped. Okay, cool. Okay, sorry.
We greet you, Blink. You have returned us. And you notice that Vu is like 8 out of 10 arms holding on to Rain.
Wow.
It's
Well-
not what it looks like.
I mean, are you sure? Because that's kind of good.
I mean, looks
we,
up to Vu.
we were acting in defense, for there was great violence and great
Yes.
reason to hold on, and not embrace, but defend.
Holding, just a holding. That's all. It's
Mhm.
holding with many arms.
Mhm.
Is Umbra still with our other like
Butch
villain
Brawler.
friend, the Butch Brawler? Thank you.
I mean, Umbra has just shared like the text,
Mhm.
and
Yeah, I think
which is
Umbra-
not currently
Okay.
fighting you.
Yeah.
So,
We're taking a sidebar, Butch Brawler. Give us just one moment.
so I see the two of them like holding each other, and I like go over to Umbra and I put my arms around them, like I have someone too.
Oh.
Not that I think we all need to be holding on. So this text, does this mean we're going to take out the production? I need to know who to hit. The one of the two arms that aren't holding on to Rain are like flailing around.
The Rain kind of like pushes himself. It's like they're like, it's fine. I can stand. My legs found ground again.
Yes, we will let you stand.
It's okay. I lost the gravity shifted. Umbra, you shifted gravity.
I think she did time, but
Time and gravity. I mean, technically, time and gravity are intertwined when you come on the event horizon. Starts going into like basically. Black.
You know what they say? It's all relative.
wow.
That was a physics joke.
That's
Thank
it.
you. Thank you.
Yeah.
You're all my
And we're
Not-
not
Blank
glide.
laughs really loudly, and then like
Alright.
immediately is like, "No one can know I'm a nerd like that. No one can know."
Yeah, I didn't think that was as funny as Blink did. So the butcher, are we like, is that Umbra? I don't think you should be making friends with more people than us.
Listen, all I'm saying, I just was kind of thinking, there's a lot of heroes, and during all of this, I just want to be very clear, Umbra's eyes are going to start glowing like brighter and brighter and brighter purple during this monologue, so just imagine in your heads. Umbra's going to say, I've just been thinking that, there's a lot of villains and there's a lot of heroes in the city. And it occurs to me that if you put all of those heroes, or as many as we could feasibly run into in a day, into one vulnerable location. A lot of people think casinos are impenetrable, but when you own the casino, you know a lot of its strengths and a lot of its weaknesses. And so it occurs to me that if you put a lot of heroes and villains together, well, you can have one hell of an orgy, or you can, really decide who the real hero and the real villains are. So.
We don't understand. I'm
I'm gonna blow up the casino and kill all the bad guys.
Oh,
What?
good. Yeah.
That was the plan. That was what
Oh.
I was going for. It's fine. Shut the whole
Oh.
system down, break it, start anew. It's gonna be great. But I think,
Okay.
this text, I feel like this is more important now. So we can kill that arc. That's fine. I was going for a thing, but it was just an idea that I had. We can
prefer
just
to
have a
focus
cocktail
on-
party.
Yeah.
We can just have the party. It's fine. They don't have to know that I was gonna murder them all. We can. I'll just comp them a couple of drinks, just if y'all just want to keep that on
could
the
we just give
that's
them, like,
embarrassing for
a
me.
wedgie instead of murder?
Yeah,
Like-
that I mean, you know, it's I went like I went real hard on the super villain. I thought that
Yes.
that's what we were doing, but the vibe was off. That was a me problem, not a you. That's fine. We'll comp them drinks. Just don't say anything.
I mean,
Oh.
Umbra, if you want to revisit that, I mean, I'm all ears, but that's later.
No,
later.
the vibe's
hands.
all the vibe's all wrong. The vibe's all
Okay.
wrong. It's
Okay.
just I'd rather just, you know, cocktail soiree. We'll bring in a
Mhm.
band.
Can we afford that? Did anybody look into?
Oh, it's
Blink?
fine.
Where-
Oh,
did
should we steal the money now?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to
don't worry
stop
about
you
it.
if you go and try to steal the money. Like,
Oh.
I mean,
Oh, you're listening to us. Good, thanks.
I thought Butch was in on the conversation.
They were.
Yeah, I gotta stop you. That's sort of like my brand.
I could
Oh,
also
we would
I
just,
didn't know they fired Melody.
I could,
Oh,
I
yeah.
could do like a cool illusion though, to like make it look like you're fighting us and keeping us from taking the money, and then even make an illusion of the money, and then we all go back to Umbra's place and all's forgotten. Yeah, we have the orgy. It's really fun.
I mean,
Or-
if everyone's down, I certainly would never foist an orgy. Nobody has fun at a
Consent,
foisted
consent,
orgy.
yes,
You know.
Do you think you
Gotta-
can make an illusion?
Volunteer,
Will do
you
me
know.
justice.
I mean, I
As
can
is
fight.
flexes-
I
I'm
can
not-
fight and
Ooh, good.
distract while everyone else goes and takes the money. I will take on this burden.
Oh, I mean,
You could
we
do
could
it.
never. You can't steal. I guess. Are we stealing from the rich and giving to the poor? I need
That's
somebody.
what
to,
it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I look at our butch friend, and I kind of like let my eyes like linger on her muscles, and I'm like, I'm not saying that I'm intimately familiar with your muscles, but I feel like I could do a good job making a good likeness of you. And if I fail, like Rain said, they could make a pretty good likeness of you, because yeah, I see you, Rain. I see you.
Yes, I was definitely speaking of impersonating them and fighting myself. Yes, that's 100% what it
Mhm.
was.
Mhm, mhm.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
Well, there's
I'll
no way
watch.
I'm letting you in that vault, but
Oh.
but yeah, make the illusion, and we can go party.
So I do a really good one. Can I just say that I like do a good one, or should I roll for that? I'm over here like it's
a really
amazing.
good one. Totally.
Okay.
Really, like no one but Blink knows that like the vault is emptied already.
And I'm
That's my
trying to think
favorite.
about how I can kind of communicate this to my friends. What is the dangerous unseen doing right now that I
Mm,
asked to watch over the scene?
yeah.
Jimothy.
Well, I think Jimothy was gonna actually give you a hug when you went over to Umbra.
Oh, sorry, Jimothy.
It's like, you know, you're like, I have someone to hug too.
Aw, sweet
And
baby.
Jimothy's like, yeah, yeah, you do. and beckon the rest of the heist crew over, and they're like, you know, we did the heist. We can rest now, but first, like,
unfinished
you know, our unfinished business now is group hug.
Yay. So everybody else, I guess you guys see me, and like my arms are out, and like my face is closed, and I'm like just like like giving like real good love, but there's like nobody there. I'm just like
So Blink is not able to help us with this endeavor. It looks like.
I think they are fantasizing about hugging someone. Should we help her?
And Vu goes to like kind of like wave their arms a little bit, and I'm remembering that I had to pick a drawback for my synchronized form, and I chose destructive. So it's like 4 or 5 of their arms kind of fly up. They knock over a chunk of the teller's counter, and all of the technology goes flying into the next wall. Oh, we are we are terribly sorry. That was unnecessary.
I mean, it was pretty cool.
Save it for when the cameras are rolling.
Oh, yeah, that was not our intention. Oh, okay. We should perhaps move along. Blink, please stop.
Blink, are you fine?
yeah.
All right.
Okay, we require your assistance. You have the abilities that will make this task incredibly successful. Yeah, I need money. This is taking too long.
Oh, and I try to like move everyone away, like to Butch while she's like
Sidebar,
watching.
Butch, sidebar.
I just like sidebar them.
Yeah. All right, crew. Let's get some pose shots.
I kind of already took the money.
What? Without us?
You guys were flirting, and it was getting real sexy. So I was like, "Now's your chance. Get in, get out."
Flirting a little.
A team effort.
Yeah, you guys are a team, and now I'm back, and like I
We're
didn't
a
miss
team.
anything. You
I
didn't
thought-
miss anything.
I thought we were going to do this together.
Oh, you're
Oh,
mad
no.
that we didn't heist
Oh.
together?
Not
I can take
mad,
you with
I'm
me to
just
the.
disappointed.
Oh, that's worse.
Oh no. Let me remember. Emotional support. Rain. And like there's like 2 hands on each of your shoulders, and then 2 more hands on the top of your head. Do I roll first, or do I kind of set the scene?
You should describe what you do that might be emotionally supportive.
Okay.
Then roll dice. Yeah. Or you could roll dice, and if it's like low, you can describe something absurd that like is right. Yeah, either way is fine.
I'll set a bit of a scene because that scares me. We, with these abilities, with this wealth, we are going to be able to make the most impressive community garden. Think not about the journey that we have missed, but think of the end result and the results that will flourish and grow like a garden. Let's see if that's even useful. Roll heart or plus spirit. +3 more if you spend a string on them. I'll spend a string.
Is that something that might be emotionally supportive to Rain?
I think I'm going to use ooh feelings. And I'm going to refuse to open up. And it's like, you know what? It is fine. We don't need to do everything together. We can do things separately. Just kind of brushes the hands off.
Oh,
But with you feelings the trickster move, B, you still roll,
okay.
and the benefits still accrue. It's just the trickster has a way of receiving emotional support without being vulnerable.
Wow.
That's how tricksters
No
are.
vulnerability for me.
Oh my god. Okay, well that's gonna be a 10.
Amazing.
So if they open up to you, choose 1, and you either choose 1 or take a string on them.
So you
Yes.
gain the benefits,
You gain the benefit.
and
Sure
you know
doesn't
that you got
feel
through
like
to
it.
me.
Okay,
Yeah, the 10
okay.
plus, you know you got there. Yeah.
Maybe the
Oh.
hand brush off was just, there was a little linger to it.
There's like
It
a
was
little grab on the hand, like a little slight hand hold for just a moment before the fingers brushed away.
Ooh.
yes, okay.
That's fine.
We are still a team, but our choices are individual. Yeah, so do we have a choice yet? Because I got things to do today.
And Rain, you get to choose results from the emotional support
Oh,
move.
yes.
One, are you smitten with Vu?
I think so. I think just all this building up, it's just like it's kind of overcome them at this point. Just the being in their arms, the hand holding, just everything is just building up for them. And when smitten with someone, I say why, give them a string and answer this question. What secret do I have that I think will make you reject me if you knew? And I think it's the fact that Rain can't open up and be themselves. They find it easier to emotionally support people when they're someone else, and they have a really hard time being vulnerable as themselves. So they're not gonna like me because I can't. If there's some like emotion pouring out, they like clam up and they're like, yes, okay. I think that's what Rain worries about the most, and why we wouldn't like them.
Oh, that breaks my heart. I love it.
And so because you're smitten, you get to pick 2 options on emotional support that you received from Vu. You can clear a condition if you have any. You can take +1 forward, or you can ask for an insight about a problem facing one of you.
I will take one forward, and I would like to gain some insight on an obstacle facing us. I would like to know, because I think the biggest obstacle we see right now is Donna, and how best to deal with her at this point. Because Rain is just,
Yeah. So I think, so I think like you are, once you're done, having your hidden feelings about everything that's going on, you see that or you think about like the fact that Donna has been trying to like shut down this like labor organizing situation that's going on, and Carla mentioned that Praxis had been reading that book, and that Praxis sort of quit in solidarity. So they're out there, and they used to be on the inside. So like Praxis and Melody probably like know some dirt, and the fact, and like Butch didn't know that like there had been a firing or anything, right? Like it does, and like Carla didn't know. It doesn't seem like the supers know what's going on in that regard. Like the information has been controlled, and you can tell that like Butch is sort of distractible, but was concerned about Melody getting fired. So you think you have identified like a thorn in Donna's side.
Look to Umbra, blink, and say, before we go back to the casino, we should see if we can find Melody and Praxis. I mean, if we could get... The cameras are everywhere. If we can air some dirty secrets of Donna's on camera, then I think maybe we can shut down what she's doing.
I like the way you think. There's never it's always been exciting airing a bit of dirty laundry. And then Umber gets smitten with Rain. Smitten. Woo! And okay, so whenever I take a string, I have to answer the question, why would your romance never last? And I think for Umbra, the answer is always the same. And it's because Umbra, being a literal agent of chaos, has infinite awareness of the universe and the infinite possibilities. And I think one of the most frustrating things for Umbra is that she knows that there are 1,000 different realities where she has 1,000 different partners. And so Umbra can never really settle down and never is really happy or comfortable or fine being as she is now. She's always thinking about the next thing and the next thing in 1,000 different universes at once, and it's very lonely. But she just doesn't trust that this could be the one good true thing.
I love them. Well, that's so good. So, do you say anything? Is it obvious from like your expression? What does it look like?
I mean, I think like Umbra, one of the things that Umbra does, like in like the flirt is the fun, right? The flirt is there's no risk, there's no real, stakes, there's no consequences. And Umbra knows that she is good at flirting. And so, Umbra will do the flirting thing and very much lean into that, like, I like the way you think, type of thing. But I think that, like, I don't want to dictate what Rain does as a character, But I think that like as Rain maybe begins to lean in, like there's that immediate sort of like, aha, I was just for funs, just for flirts.
Ooh.
And that kind of like instantaneous like pullback, because that is Umbra's flaw is
Disaster.
Yep.
I love the idea of like them kind of leaning in and then Umber being like, JK, and I think like there was like this softness that was coming to Rain. There was like this almost that like hood kind of pulling back to kind of more expose their like soft side, and that reel back just like hardens Rain, and then just like, oh yes, I also like the way that I talk well. Thank you, Umbra. Shall we find Melody and Braxis?
I think that's a great idea.
Yes.
Oh. Right.
I can phone a friend.
Yeah.
Can I where do we have a lead on these two?
Yeah. Honestly, moment of vulnerability, ADHD, real moment, neurodivergent player. I have no idea what's going on. Can we recap?
Yeah, we kind of got
So
lost
I
in
know,
the romance
yeah.
of it
It's
all.
like the
Yeah.
It was so
I'm
romantic.
so sorry, the
that
mind
It got real
night.
spicy.
It got so spicy and
We
romantic.
lost
There
the
were
thread of the main
haikus.
plot.
There was
Yeah.
stuff. There was learning. It was amazing.
Yeah.
So then I was like, so I'm not super clear about like where we're going. So sorry.
Not alone.
Yeah. So, you got a text from your friend Mo, who you had in the very first scene encouraged to turn invisible and sneak into Donna's mobile office and
Invisaham.
Right. Okay.
the secrets were that they're doing some union busting. They fired an employee named Melody for organizing, and then so Melody wasn't like a superhero, was like a behind the scenes employee, but Praxis was a super villain sidekick who quit, and Rain deduced that this was all, embarrassing and a thorn in the side of Donna when Rain was trying to figure out, what can we do about Donna? And suspects that having worked on the inside, they may have some like inside dirt or whatever. They might also be in danger because the emails going back and forth were talking about like, what is the narrative when we go and send a superhero team to like squish them? And so that's why I think you're trying to figure out where they might be and go find them. And I think, I think Butch has like their number, or at least has like Praxis's number, right? Like,
Oh, I don't need to phone a friend.
oh wait,
Umber needs to phone a friend.
you were going to phone the unseen.
Yeah. I was gonna be
Yeah.
like, well, if we have a lead, we'll follow the lead, and then wherever we go, I'll talk to my unseen friends and see if we can get more information. But I think that we need the lead first, and that comes from a certain person at this table who has already flirted with the butcher.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I know the butcher's like hypothetically like kind of right there still, but Umbra will kind of like pull Blank to the side and say, what are you thinking?
I mean, she's obviously interested, like who wouldn't be? But you have her attention. So maybe just like ask her for the number or the address.
Okay. All right.
I can blip us over there.
Yeah, why don't and Umbra will like offer her hands to Blank. Be like, just can you take me over there?
Oh, you mean right now? And Blink gets like, I get like really like rosy cheeked, and I put my fingers like into Umbra's hands, and I kind of like close my eyes for a second, and like the second we get back, I'm like, okay. I release her hands, and I just kind of like put them in my pocket and like look to the side while I wait for you to finish having your conversation.
Okay.
Where did you teleport to? Like across the room?
Just right over to
Or Butch's just
We could have
Butch
walked,
getting
but it
some,
looked
like,
so much
pose-
cooler.
pose
Yeah.
So
shots,
much
yeah.
yeah. And
Yeah.
I didn't mind because like hand holding. So
Right?
Oh,
And I also want you to know that I was picturing it very much like slow, like it was a slow, you know? Okay, so okay. Okay, I think Umbra's gonna approach the butcher and say the following thing. She will say, I don't want to fight, and I am not here to ask you to choose a side. However, you are a hero, and I like to think that you stand for something. Recently, we've learned something about this, about all of this, about Donna and the other person whose name I definitely remember. And
Axis and Madeline.
Melody.
Melody, thank
Melody.
you. Oh my god, that's so embarrassing. ADHD. With Donna and Melody, and there's something that is of far bigger concern than who looks good on camera and who comes out a little bit behind. All I am asking is for a moment of your time to come over here to talk with my friends and perhaps share a little bit of the information that you might have that can really make a difference. And Umbra like offers her hand to the butcher because I guess they're gonna
If you
hold
have
hands and walk across the page.
a string to use on the butcher, this might be a good time when you're rolling, I don't know, entice or something like that.
Yeah,
hold on,
I
what else
do.
is there?
You are absolutely correct. That is a-
Influence with the string, excuse me.
yeah, that is a great suggestion. I do have a string on the butcher.
Yes.
So I think I will do that. I will
Yeah.
spend a string.
Woo.
And yeah, that's what I'll do. So
To add like
Yeah.
a +1 to your roll against their entice with
No.
them.
I was
Influence
thinking
with the string, it's just you tempt them, right? So if it were a PC, they'd get an XP if they did it. But NPCs,
Mhm.
you know, will frequently just agree to do it. And
Yeah.
she says, well, yeah, I did say we could hang out when we were done filming. So she takes your hand and will rejoin you with the rest of the group and say, that yeah, she can give Praxis a call, like meet up at the casino or what.
Oh yes, we think that would be a brilliant idea. We should return back to the casino after our entrepreneurship events at the community garden. We should return those winnings to the casino.
And that.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. So yeah, so she like texts Praxis and Praxis is like, you get a response back, like, you know, shortly thereafter. I don't, how long do you stay like in the bank, or do you just like teleport back to the
We'd
casino?
probably go right away.
I blipped them
Yeah.
right away.
Yeah.
Well,
Everyone's like, we can go back to the, and we're in the casino.
I'm separated again. I've only
Oh.
got 4 arms now.
oh, why'd you separate?
I felt like I realized I probably separated a little while ago because I was on my last roll. I would have used my point of harmony,
Ooh.
which means scroll. If it drops to 0 or less, I can no longer activate powers that require me to spend harmony. Yeah, so you know, it's a little rough, but it's fine.
Okay.
You both look divine.
Oh, we thank you. It's been a little bit.
Oh hey,
Yeah.
Who are your friends? Which has not like followed that you're the same
People.
person. People.
My God.
Butch, pay attention.
Butch, come on.
Jeez, Butch.
Yeah, even we are slightly disappointed. Yeah, I get that. I really get that.
There's a lot of disappointment going around.
Oh.
currently.
Seriously, but yeah, we got some stuff to do, so I want to get a move on if we can.
So you get a text back where like Praxis says, you know, you work for Donna. Why would I just walk into a trap?
I think you're bad at texting, Butcher. Can somebody else take your phone? Is that really what Praxis said? Come on.
Here, give me the phone, Butch.
You can trust them. They're a really good texter. You know how some people are just like really good and really suave? It's Rain.
Yeah, I
Thank
agree.
you.
All
I
right.
appreciate that.
All right, let's watch the texter in action.
Oh, no. It's just emojis. No.
That would be incredible, actually. The
you know
audience
what?
never knows what gets said.
You know
It's
what?
just emojis.
They're like, why should I trust you? And then I send like the sweating emojis and like the really hot like the just like a very sexually charged emoji message.
Oh my god, entice. We're all enticed through emoji.
I will
Some like
entice
water
with
droplets.
emoji. Yeah. Maybe what is it?
A peach.
A peach.
A peach,
Mhm.
an eggplant.
Ooh.
Delicious.
Wow.
That's
Like the
a
little
six.
water-
What's
That'd be
the rating? Like, are we allowed to do that on this stream?
as long TOS says
Yes.
as long as we don't describe it, we're fine. I failed that first one with a 5. I'm gonna use one of our rerolls that we have to roll again.
Go for it. So there's like a message back, and it's like sushi. Like the audience has no idea what's happening, right? Like sushi, Eiffel Tower, etc., etc. And you've got to like compose a new emoji message back.
I rolled that is a 4. So it's bad.
Okay.
I send
no.
I send a skull emoji, like 2 fingers pointing together, and then also a crying emoji.
Mixed
All right.
signals.
All right. Yeah. You get tropical fish, chapel, poop.
And then I just write, just come here.
So then we like cut to like Rain explaining like, all right, we've got a meeting location. No
Yes, I've done it.
explanation. But the downbeat is that like if you would like to go to this meeting, I propose that you go to the meeting location and Praxis gets the drop on you, thinking that you are in fact agents of Donna Bell.
100%.
So yeah, it's the alley between the aquarium and the
sushi restaurant.
Oh my god. It made sense.
Aquarium and sushi restaurant.
There's like a miniature like Paris that's just a cross with like a little Eiffel Tower. It's there.
Can there please
A fruit
be an
stand.
awesome like fish mural that I did on the side
Oh
of this
my
building?
gosh, absolutely, absolutely yes.
There's an
You see
Apple
the
Paris
text that
restaurant.
I'm like, I know exactly where he's going.
Yes, I told you, I am good at this.
All right. Yeah, so you like enter the alley between the aquarium and the sushi place across from Little Paris, the French Quarter, and yeah, there is like a whoosh in the shadow, and like behind you, holding a sickle, is this like short, caped punk, Latina woman with like a little domino mask. And did you bring Butch?
Umbra.
I think we told them to like
Did you bring Butch?
meet us there.
I think I think Butch like stayed at the casino.
Okay.
Didn't we teleport into the casino?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I think like Butch is like hanging out at the craps
Perfect.
table.
Okay, great. Butch is happy. Rolling dice. You all go in. Praxis.
Their name flashes above them. Praxis.
New
in the
challenger.
comic style, the camera pans over. It's like, so, Are you more of Belle's lackeys, or
No,
is
no,
there-
no.
Gross.
We are not. Far from it.
Who are you though? We heard you were going to be here. You make quite an entrance. Wow.
Well, I've got to make sure that no one gets to Melody.
Oh, like that's your girlfriend or whatever?
I mean, what business is that of yours?
Just
wondering.
trying to figure out. Just wondering what you're like. You seem cool,
Yes.
and you've got a vibe that I dig.
That's right. That's right. Your cheeks are flushed.
Yeah. It's very
Oh.
hot in here. It's
Oh.
quite hot.
Oh yes.
Quite, yeah.
Praxis. Praxis, we request your
We're outside.
assistance.
That's why we texted you all those hot emojis.
Right.
Oh,
Ray,
that was-
what
I
did we
knew-
send?
I knew that wasn't Butch.
Don't worry about it. It's not important.
And what were you expecting? A keyboard smash?
More of a Netflix and chill, but that works too.
I think we're trying to stop some really bad
Oh,
people. Are we still on the same page, or were we actually gonna? Do we have a movie in mind, or was that? I
know
got.
we need to find Melody to get dirt
Yes.
on. Oh no, my notes.
Donna.
Bella.
Yes, Belladonna.
Yeah.
Because
yeah, okay.
Belladonna is terrible, and we want
Listen,
to take her down.
She's got legs for days, but she's evil.
For
So
days.
that's
But
what
evil.
we're focusing on. That
Yeah.
she's evil.
That is all the truth.
So Praxis, yeah. What can you tell us?
All right. It seems like we might be able to trust you as far as a meeting goes, but I've got my eyes on you. Yeah. Flush. All right. Follow me. And it's a superhero genre. So
Right, like what are
It's a
like
cave.
traditional meeting places? A cave, more like
It's like a telephone booth, and then we have to go down in like an
Oh, yeah.
elevator.
I think it is like at the aquarium, like on the wall of the
Yes.
aquarium, right? To like go to the mural and like push in, like a part of the wall will just like slide in, and there's like a space that's behind some of the fish tanks, so it's all like all the light is all wiggly and reflecting off the water, and there are like weird creatures, like just big tentacles, as you sort of like go down this like service staircase in the back of the aquarium to where they're hiding out. Yeah, so they've got this like little hidden lair under the aquarium, with their own like they've got little fish tank with just like a sea dragon in it. You know, those like very wiggly, spiny friends.
naturally.
And yeah, it's like a studio set up down here, right? Like one bed, there's a little like desk with a laptop and
One
a
lamp.
electric burner, right? Like Melody's making ramen. And I was like, oh, so they're not corporate assassins?
We are allies. We're here to help you in your endeavors. We have the same goals, don't we, Umbra?
Yeah.
I'm not a corporate anything.
I might wear a suit, but I can take this off anytime.
Listen, we'll get your clothes off of you soon enough. But
That's-
first off, listen.
You brought Blink? Blink did the mural on the outside of the aquarium.
And
Oh my
it's
God,
really good. Have you seen it? It's fantastic. You
Mhm.
should be so lucky to have a mural that good.
Yeah, so she like come up. So she's like a tall black girl, with like hair in two buns, and she's like very excited to like shake your hand, and she's like, yeah, I was doing like recruitment research on all you back you know, at the company, so like, yeah, I mean, I know all about you.
Oh no.
I mean, if they had sent you and not you know, evil Donna, maybe this would have worked out differently. You seem all right.
Yeah, well, no way they would have sent me. How did you, what are you doing here?
We need your help.
We want to expose Donna.
And everything that she's ever done, bad, evil, terrible, exploitative, we want her to suffer for all the pain that she's caused people and the suffering that she's put them through. We will not stand for it. If there's ransom money too, I wouldn't mind that. We have a garden to run.
And some money.
We could have a killer pride party with the proceeds of that ransom. So
Yeah,
Like hush money, like blackmail. I'm confused. Do you want to make it public or do you want to blackmail her?
No, we need to make it public. We need everyone to know that Donna is bad.
Or
Or
hear me out. Now, there's always something to be said about public humiliation, but there's also something to be said about blackmail. So what if we took both ideas and we publicly blackmailed her? I'm just saying,
wow.
a little broadcast from somewhere important, whether it be in front of, you know, Blake's beautiful mural or I'm not pushing for the casino, but I am saying that it looks very nice on the inside. There's a stage. We could use the stage if you'd like. But what I'm saying is perhaps we just tell everyone, but then what we say is we let the public blackmail her in a way, and we say, and if you want to continue to be part of all of this, our little community here, then you behave. So it's not like a monetary blackmail. I was trying to like do a thing earlier. I didn't really think it through. I'm gonna just time loop this back so it makes a lot more sense after I'm done with this speech.
There's a cut and they're all like, "What? Yeah, wow."
This is why you're the talker.
Yeah.
Of the group.
I'm very good. So anyway, yeah. So
Okay.
So then Umbra just goes, and that's how the plan will work.
I think letting the public decide is smart. I mean, nobody likes corporate establishments, right?
She's hurt so many people. There will be so many who will stand against her.
Yeah.
We know it.
Like people know that like it's all fake, but they don't know that some of the villains are like not in on the gig. They're just like the company's enemies who they cast as villains and then send superheroes after. Like that's, if they figure out where I am, that's what's gonna there's a crash from above.
That's fraud.
And like some water starts leaking in. They're here.
We need to get you out of here.
I grab her and immediately like teleport her. There's like a cute like queer bookshop up the street, and I just like teleport her to the queer bookshop, and I'm like, there should be enough in here to take your mind off of this. We'll see if some of the proceeds can go to fix your apartment. Bye. And then I like bump back and I say, Praxis, do you need a lift or?
Yeah, why don't we say Praxis like grabbed on when you like grabbed her, like Praxis isn't gonna like let her go, so you can leave them both in the in the bookstore.
Yeah, I would like to scribble like a really cute like doodle and sign it on like a little post-it and like just like stick it onto Praxis's like scythe, like and then leave.
Nice. Like your number. All right. Yeah. So you return just in time to see like the wall opens up. and I think it's like forced open by these big tentacles, right? And standing on top of this like big, like oversized enlarged squid. Like they definitely didn't have like a giant squid at the aquarium, but this squid is giant and its like eyes are glowing with this like green light. And Donna is standing on top with her arms folded and like the same green light emanating from her eyes. And like the dragonfish starts to like grow. And she's also got Cassidy, her assistant, there with like a notepad.
Would it have been possible during that time when they like moved Melody out for me to turn into Melody?
Oh, totally. Yeah,
Yes!
yeah.
Just shifts right into Melody. It's like, we got this.
Beautiful. Melody. And like a tentacle starts slithering towards you. You took something that didn't belong to you when you left, and I'd like that back.
I'm sorry, I can't really give it back at this moment. I'm kind of busy right now.
Tentacle to the throat. I'm not asking.
No. No.
Can I blink her out of the grasp of this tentacle?
You can defy disaster.
Yeah, that's what I'd like to do.
Get me out of
I
here.
want to get in there.
Yeah.
That is an 8.
Yeah, cool. So I think the like success at a cost would be you can like take her place. So like you can protect her, but you will be trapped in tentacles.
Okay.
So yeah, I think that's the success at a cost.
Okay.
Does that sound good, or would you like to?
No, I'm good with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you pop Rain out, and you wind up like in these tentacles, and it feels like tingly. There's like a numbing poison that you feel spreading over your skin.
I say it's okay, guys. It's kind of sexy.
I mean, yeah.
Maybe don't wait too long.
Uh,
And I just start looking like really mellow in this tentacle.
No, you're not but like yeah.
Like I'm trying to fight back, but my arms are like wiggly jelly arms now.
Yeah.
Oh no. Umbra, what's the possibility of you shifting all of us to maybe your casino so everyone can see what's happening right now? But like her still believing that we're here. Can you do that?
Umbra looks exceptionally distraught. And she says, I can get us out of here, but it's, and she kind of gestures to the dragonfish and she says, I made a promise that I would not use this power against an innocent, non-consenting creature. That dragonfish has done nothing to us. It's not its fault. I can't just take, and as she's like stressing out more and more about trying, like, do I kill the fish? Do I blink the fish out of existence? Like, what do I do? She's getting like more and more, she's like purple static is starting, whatever. And so she says, I can get us out of here. I can at least bring us all back to the casino, but I think we need to get in front of the cameras. And so I think she says, she definitely is thinking this as she goes, what if instead of the casino, what if we take this to the people and bring this back to the town square where all of this started?
It's a good idea. You can do this.
We can do this.
Together. Puts hands on either of their shoulders.
I feel like not. Yeah, it's like a whatever. Can we? I want to get Blink out of the tentacles though, because Blink needs to come with us. But can we just bring the dragonfish? can we just, because like a big ass fish guy shows up in the middle of the town square, that's gonna attract some attention, right?
Can Blink blink while in the grasp of the fish? Or squid?
That's because I got a mixed success. I feel like the answer is probably no.
Yeah, you got that nothing poison interfering.
No.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, yeah, Cassidy, like, opens up a little, like, it's like one of those little plastic, like, mobile aquariums,
Mhm.
and, like, carefully reaches in with, like, long fingernails and pulls out, like, a sea urchin and throws it at, Umbra.
Umbra will do that thing where she doesn't even look, she just catches it in her hand. I'll take the damage, I don't care. It looked cool as shit.
It's not a fight roll or
Amazing.
by danger.
You look very cool. You
Yeah.
catch it. It
Yeah.
is venomous.
Yeah, well, I think I'm gonna roll to defy danger. I guess is that a
How you
defy
doing it?
danger?
Yeah.
I feel like that's
Are you
a
doing
thing.
it with grace?
The
yeah,
probability
with-
that this particular one isn't poisonous.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's just a probability.
Mm.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
just
a
like every
probability.
so often, a sea urchin tragically born without
Right.
poison.
Yeah.
Oh my
can
god,
tell
yes.
By the purple stripe.
That is, I will hold the dice up to the camera if you don't believe me. Swear on my life, that's a 11.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right.
Amazing. You just like catch the sea urchin, it punctures you, she smirks, and then how did you know it wasn't venomous? Do you want to smugly explain?
Oh, I didn't. That was a complete guess.
No push up the glasses moment.
That was just a gamble. That was what that was. Because and as Umbra's like, she says, one of the things that I'm very good at is probability. And what I've learned is that sometimes, even in the most unfortunate, even in the darkest, even in the most difficult of situations, there's always ka-chunk, like blood, a chance. And then with that, kasha, purple lightning or whatever. And can we just kazap all together the big party into the town square?
I mean, sure.
Okay.
Yes. We've got 10 minutes to go, so definitely yes.
do it.
It's very important to me to note that Umbra sort of like manipulates space and time. You travel through, there's like this vortex and things are spinning and it looks like Doctor Strange. It's cool. And then as they land, Umbra just nails the superhero landing. Like, it looks so dope. There's a sword. She's got her sword out. Sword's like flick, 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 flick through all these different kinds of swords. And then Umbra looks at her new friends and she says, "What do you say we make a movie?"
Let's do it.
Lights, camera, action.
I mean, I guess that's some corporate shit I can get behind.
It's an indie film. It's fine.
You had me at A24.
I think Rain looks to Vu and says, "Do you think the two of you could get together and throw me at her?"
Yes, but there's something we have to ask first.
Okay.
And you don't have to say yes. I mean, I totally understand that it's kind of embarrassing, but are you ready if we ask you the question?
And I'll turn back into the chain chomp Rain and say, "Yes, of course."
I'm pretty sure I have the strength to throw you, but it would maybe make a difference if if I could kiss you first.
Oh,
I think that will go to feelings 4, because I've been tracking them and going up. And I think
Nice.
in that moment, definitely you steal a kiss in a dangerous situation. You see the blush form on the chain chomp head, and it kind of peels back, the mouth opening wide, almost like, again, a helmet, going back, and you see a very thin, tall, lithe individual, this kind of blonde, blunt cut hair, little pink frills in the end, a few piercings here and there, and some freckles on their face, and they're just full beet red at this point, and they're like, yeah, I mean, I don't usually do this or get close to anybody because, every time I do, I experience rejection and shoots a glance over to Umbra and looks back to Vu. Says, but, I mean, if you both want to, then, yeah. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah. Both of us, we would,
One eat.
yeah.
One eat? Yeah.
And it's like a beautiful moment amidst like the tension and the portent of destruction. As Vu kind of switches between the two of them for a gentle kiss.
It's very tender. They Rain gently puts their hands on their cheeks and just kind of brings them in. It's very soft. A little bit inexperienced on Rain's end. You can tell they're not used to this at all, but get used to it and kind of fall in. Leaning into your arms, pulling away and saying, oh wow, was it obvious that was like my first kiss?
What? No, I didn't think so. And then
Okay,
Vu synchronizes into their many-armed flight self. Are you ready?
Ed turns back into Chain Chomper. Yes, I'm good to go. Throw me.
And defy danger?
Who's defying danger?
You want to...
Or excuse me, defying disaster is the word I wanted.
Yeah, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to fight? Are you trying to keep them from getting away? So I'm gonna
I would... Sorry,
yeah.
go ahead.
I'm gonna insert a little we're not gonna compete with that. Cassidy, call for the getaway vehicle. And then she has to Cassidy, snap, because Cassidy is just staring with the little notebook up to here. Hey, listen,
Rain,
getaway
go!
vehicle.
Stop them!
I'm going. And I feel like as the vehicle's coming up, as they're standing there, as Rain gets thrown and leaps through the air, they just turn into a really big moose and just full body, just absolutely body them.
Yeah, I mean, roll something. Roll to fight if you want to seize the sphere position or inflict conditions, or just defy disaster if you want to get rid of their getaway vehicle.
I would like to
You add
disaster.
+1 because you have finally kissed in a dangerous situation.
I will do this. I would I guess I will have the grace of a moose if I can. I'm a graceful Canadian
Moose's grace.
The moose's grace. They're big. Oh my god, that was garbage. I'm going to re-roll because I rolled a 5. And that's much better. That is a 9, a 10 for the ongoing, and 11 for my grace. So good.
Oh.
Crush their vehicle as a moose, completely legs forward, out, sideways, land on the car. But with the driver just barely escapes, just jumping out the window as I go full moose.
You flatten the little getaway vehicle. One of the drivers who's just rendered as a spearhead stick figure person who's running away from the chaos. Just yelling moose.
Link, Umbra, this is your chance. Stop them.
So who am I? Should I go for Cassidy? Is Cassidy the one who's just trying to get away, or maybe I should go for Donna?
I mean, the top dog.
Donna called for the getaway vehicle. Cassidy was just watching in gay awe.
Cassidy's just a bystander, yeah. Just a clear bystander.
So then I blip on top of this squid, and I loop my arms around Donna.
Ooh, yeah.
And I teleport her back inside the empty vault of the bank. And I look at her and I'm like, do you ever get sick of this? Ever get sick of selling out the little guy? I mean, you could be better. You just aren't.
You have no idea the ratings that we've been pulling in. This isn't art, this is business.
Yeah, but like, why can't art be business? I mean, we're here celebrating Pride. Sometimes art is your business. So, like, you could come over.
This is why you're painting, you're doodling on walls instead of sitting on the 50th story in your 50th story office overlooking the city.
Yeah, I know, but like, while you're at your office working on ruining people's lives, I'm out there making people happy. And I get paid to do it. I feel like that's a cooler situation. What's your deal? What happened to you?
Aww.
Read a person.
Yes.
Is there like one of our
I
final
want to
moves?
figure. Yes, I want to
Yes.
figure her out because she's just awful. I need to know why. Let's see. I don't know about my wit. It's not bad. Okay, that is a. Oh no, I'm gonna take a reroll. That was a 5.
Oof.
We don't want that. Ooh, an 11.
Oh goodness. Yeah.
So
Yeah, you
I
get
just-
questions. Mhm.
yeah, I look at her and I try to like really like study her face. What do you hope to get from this relentless crusade that you're on to cheapen everything that's good in the world? And how could I get you to remember the person that you used to be when you were part of our community?
Aw. Yeah. I think you see someone who is like very deep in the cycle of like justifying their exercise of power over other people, right? So they are on the inside, and as you like go a little deeper, you see that like you know, there probably was a point where they started out like wanting to say something that was art, and it like didn't meet their criteria for success, or their because she is like, yeah, she is like she didn't like pick herself up from like nothing street art. Like her grandmother Liberty Bell founded this like now like media superhero media empire, right? And so like it was just easy and appealing to like follow in the footsteps of the like the power, like it was a path to power that was just like right open to her. And she, yeah, if she was ever making art, it was snuffed out like a long time ago, right? So I think she has never seen herself as part of the community of like, right, like she has seen herself as above the community.
So like I start to kind of gather that from her,
Yeah.
and I try to go into to like put my hands on her arms, or like my hands in her hands for a second, if she lets me.
Mm-hmm.
And I like kind of look into her eyes, and as I'm doing that, like I'm projecting like an illusion, showing her like how I see things. So like giving her like little snapshots of like me and my friends, and like me flirting with Umbra, and like watching like Vu and Rain like flirt, and like the party that we've been having like every night, you know, leading up to Pride, and like us having a really good time fighting crime, and like me bombing murals, and like all this really fun stuff that's like a really fulfilling life that's nothing like the cold life that she lives in. And like I close it out with an illusion, like a vision of of like me kissing her, but I don't go in for a kiss. It's just the illusion. So like when she comes out of it, I'm still like looking at her, but like she's evil.
She's evil. Yeah.
But maybe not for much longer. I'm really hoping. I don't know if this is defying disaster or what.
Yeah. I think it's entice.
Okay.
Go ahead and entice. Yeah.
I have 0 heart, guys. Oh wait, no, I have talk nerdy to me, so I can roll with wit instead of heart if I want.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, that's still not great. That's only a 6. Can I use another reroll? Is that bad? I'm gonna do it.
Do you have the rerolls?
We do.
This is the end. We have like 3
Yeah,
left.
yeah,
Maybe
we
I
have
stopped
more.
keeping
This is-
count.
All right, so that is an 8. I can either go with a 9 because of my wit, or I can
Mhm.
take a +1 and make it a 10.
Make it a 10.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah. So if, I mean, you get a string, and then she said. So I think the option she's picking is promise something that she thinks you want, and she'll sort of like squeeze your hand and be like, "All right, show me your way. Let's go back to Pride."
So I like take her hand, and as like I'm teleporting her back and like getting her like back in with the team, I'm just talking to her about like all the ways that she could reach out to her community. I'm like giving her like the whole like spiel, right? Like, this is the way that you can do community outreach. This is what you could do with your money. Be a patron of the arts, blah, blah, blah. I'm giving her like my community focused blurb, but I'm trying to be real cute about it. So guys,
It is.
she's gonna like stop being evil for 5 minutes. That's what she said.
So Cassidy comes up and is like, "Okay, I think I caught all of the. There was something else you said about like making out at Pride. Should I put that on the to-do list?
Absolutely. Lots of that.
Maybe we could check it off. See.
Yeah. Lots of that. And like you see, like I like let go of her hand real quick, and I'm looking at this like less ridiculous and less extreme version of Donna, and I'm like, okay.
Mhm. Do you want to check that off? She is flirting with you.
Oh my goodness. So like when she asks the second time, like I look over at like everyone else's faces, and they're all like
Just moose face, very like, do it. Moose.
so like I look over and like I just like I blink over to her, but like really close, like as close as I can possibly get in her face, and then like I grab her and I give her a kiss, and like I run my fingers through her hair, and when like I part from her, I'm like, so do that like 5 more times and it's a really good Pride.
I'll wait to check it off then. She just adds ×5. Exclamation point. All right. Are there any final moments that anyone else would like to do as the menace ends, the squid slowly returns to the aquarium and shrinks down to a normal size?
Ooh.
I have a very good feeling that I know who Anonymous was, and
Well, people can't hear Todd.
Oh, that's fine.
oh, this is
That's
a
fine.
spooky voice for us.
Spooky
Todd-
Yeah.
Todd has let us know that we have a $75 donation from Anonymous, as well as a $10 donation from Anonymous that pushed us even further up. I will announce the final amount, but we have a monologue from Katie to close what's going on with Umbra.
To be or not to, just kidding. So as all of whatever that was just happened, there was a moose. It was a lot. There was a lot going on. But Umbra is gonna kind of think about what happened today, and how hard it has been for her to make friends and make connections with people. And she is going to look back on this afternoon with a singular moment of regret. And so she's going to turn to Rain, and she's going to walk over, very, not in the way that she normally does, not the saunter, not the, swagger, just walks. And she's going to step up in front of Rain. She's going to say, sometimes I push people away because of who I am and what I am. And I have been taught over and over and over that there is something fundamentally wrong with me for being the way that I am. But here and now and with all of this, I'm realizing that it's not true. I've been sold a lie. And I don't want to speak for you, Rain, but I just need you to know that you are enough as you are. You don't have to hide behind 1,000 different faces. You don't have to hide between 1,000 different voices. You are extraordinary. And so, Rain, I know that you said earlier that that was your first kiss, but that was a first kiss behind a face that perhaps wasn't all the way you. So I was wondering if it might be all right if I kissed you now, but as you are, because I don't mind chain chompers.
I think Rain has, of course, demoosed at this point.
Oh yeah, I forgot she was talking to a moose that
Just
whole
the
time.
moose.
She's talking to a fucking
Romantic.
Those succulent lips.
I think Rain will go back to their chain chomp face, looking over Umbra and saying, I will admit that I was very hurt earlier, but I think you and I are very much alike, and we both hide in different ways. But I'm willing to come out of hiding for you.
Umbra will offer her hand to Rain.
I think I will take it.
Say, let's not hide together.
Let's not. And they'll lean in, full chain chomp face, and all.
And Umbra will very gently and very I don't know how you kiss a chain chomp, but it looks cool. And as they kiss, Umbra will lean over and she'll whisper, "Happy Pride, Rain."
Rainbow fireworks.
Yay!
Happy Pride.
Happy Pride.
Happy
Yay!
Pride. Aw,
That's
this
it.
was so lovely.
Yeah, you're all amazing. Thank you so much.
Is this the end?
Is this
Oh
the
my
end?
goodness.
This
Sounds
is
like
the
a
end
good
of the
end.
adventure.
What was
Oh my
that? Seems like a good end to be.
Yeah,
This
I
is like a
agree.
perfect ending.
it
Wow.
felt beautiful. Seriously, that's the kind of
Man.
finale that makes my heart hurt, but in a happy way.
You guys are gonna have me up all night. This was so fun.
Make a playlist.
I'm all buzzing and stuff. I'm
Friday.
gonna have to play like 17 rounds of some kind of crazy beat 'em up to go to bed.
Is that what you do too? Oh, good,
Yeah.
good.
Play some Beat Saber.
I'm like, what's Hades up to right now?
I'm gonna go play League of Legends. I don't feel good about it, but I feel better afterwards, so that's fine.
Yeah, and that is what matters. Except when it's like you look at the clock and it's like 4 a.m. and you're like, oh,
like,
ooh,
oh,
yeah,
all
I have
right.
to be up in the morning. It's fine. It's fine. Do we want to go around and do our outros?
yes,
Yeah.
please. Let's start with Katie.
Every time. Hi everybody. I'm Kate. I go by Katiosaurus on all the social medias. And I am a ADHD neurodivergent TTRPG educator and advocate. I have a podcast. It's called Katie and Eric's Infinite Quest, where we talk about ADHD and life with depression and navigating life as neurodivergent adults. If you want to learn more about me, you can visit katiosaurus.com, spelled just like the pretentious sign. And you can follow me on all my socials as Katiosaurus. And thank you all so much for having me. This was a really great time.
Yay! B.
Hey y'all, I've been your non-binary busy bee. You can find me on Twitter as @B_Zelda. I'm a podcaster. I was a member of the Broadswords, host of Anime Attaché. I've guested on One Shot Podcast, 12-Sided Stories, a butt ton other ones. I'm also a TTRPG streamer. I believe, much like Piper, I don't really do my own channel. I just appear everywhere else. It is a fun hacking time. I stream like 4 to 5 times a week. However, that will be ramping down. Normally, I am the community manager for D&D Adventures League, but in the following weeks, I am going to be a community manager for a new virtual tabletop that y'all will have to hear about later. So give me a follow and stay for the fun news.
Awesome. Piper.
Yeah, hi everyone. So I'm Piper. You can find me on Twitter at Maddie Matihi or on Twitch sometimes at Matihi. Speaking of which, I am everywhere this month. On Friday, I'm going to be over at _D'Angelo's channel playing Homies Helping Homies, which is a lot of fun. All donations are spread amongst the group that are playing. There's some amazing people, and of course, including that D'Angelo, who's an absolutely amazing human and love him so much. I'm also going to be every other Saturday, starting this Saturday. I'm running on my channel a charity event to raise money for various charities. We're going to be doing the Trevor Project, and it's going to be Legend of the Stellar Sea Dogs, run by All the Web's Stage on TikTok. Original system written by them, and it's all about magical girls. It's full magical girls. I'm playing a himbo. It's going to be a great time. I also, on my partner's channel, Emma Panada's channel, I run Curse of Lady Strahd, which is a queer venture into Barovia, and it's, of course, Lady Strahd is hot. But besides that, in August, over on my channel, you'll be able to check out every other Saturday. It's called What We Do in the Shallows. It is a pirate adventure.
Wow.
There's going to be, yeah, I know, right? There's going to be eldritch creatures, underwater exploration, and gay. That's me.
Fantastic. April.
I'm April Walsh. I am Gay Spaceship Games. On Twitter, you can find me at Gay Spaceship GMS, because that is the number of letters you can have in your Twitter handle. I make games like Thirsty Sword Lesbians. You can check out at gayspaceship.com the other stuff that I have done and am working on. And you can get Thirsty Sword Lesbians at sword.gay. Check it out. There's also an incredible bunch of community content that people are writing. Playbooks, adventures, sexy vampires, angst, which you can find on itch as well, because it's all open licensed. So check it out. Follow me on Twitter and send me your stories about your games and stuff, because I love hearing it.
Woo! Thank you so much for being here.
Well, thank you
Definitely
so much.
buy these books because they're amazing.
Yes.
They're so good. You could get the PDF, or you could get one of these real juicy, delicious copies with this matte.
Not me trying to see if I
cover.
can find mine. Ugh.
People
my
kept talking
gosh.
about how nice it is to touch them. It's
Oh.
that you can cuddle.
Touch
You
them.
can get
Oh, yeah.
book hardcovers for the
Yeah.
nice price of $69.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Trust me, you want it. You want it.
You want that hard
It's so
cover.
good. You
need
do.
it.
You do.
want
It's got
it.
a nice spot gloss. If you're a design nerd, this is definitely up your alley.
There's literally sweat on them as they're facing off that glistens with the spot
love it.
gloss.
I love it. It's
You
everything.
taste
I
it,
could
but
I could
don't
stare
lick
at
it.
it for hours. I have been your host, Candace Magnificent. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you for your amazing donations and all of your likes and your shares. We are ending on $1,380. Hopefully between now and our final session next Tuesday, we can get $20. So we're starting from 1400 next week. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it. Thank you. I am this is an embarrassment of riches that I have with this table and these amazing performers, as well as this amazing audience. Like, all of you have been so wonderful. Thank you so much for coming. You can find me at that Candace Girl on Twitter. I talk a lot, especially about the stuff I'm doing. And you can also find me at Candace the Magnificent, all one word. You can find me on Instagram, on YouTube, as well as there's one other one, Twitch. There you go. For Twitch, usually you can find me on Twitch on Fridays. I play the ukulele. I do cover shows that are normally themed. This week will probably be Pride theme, maybe L word themed. We'll see how I'm feeling. And on Instagram, it's like a lot of shit posting of me doing my makeup because makeup is an accessory rather than a necessity for me. And then you can also find me, like I said, at Candace the Magnificent on YouTube. I do some ice cream videos. If you like bougie ice cream reviews, I'm your person. You can, if you want to see more of this character, Desiree Blink Marita, please tune in to this channel, Todd Moonbounce, in the coming month for masks. That should be announced soon as far as the cast and everything is concerned. I'm not saying too much. On July 5th over at Valor Studios channel, you can see me as Bronwyn Meliorad in Axion, which is a Savage Worlds steampunk fantasy. And you can also see me at an undisclosed time on Carrie Smith's channel. So please keep your eyes peeled for those announcements as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We really appreciate everybody coming out and showing us so much love, for being here, for having such awesome vibes, for the lessons learned tonight. Just thank you from the bottom of my heart. And we hope to see you again next week. Same time, same place. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.